And we're in. We're in. We are in.
Hello.
Hello. Can you believe... I do this every time. Can you believe we made it all the way to episode 7?
7?
We're all the way
Man,
here.
only 120 or more episodes one per week, and we'll be older than the Confederacy.
Dude, when that actually happens, we are going to lose our minds.
My God, it's going to be like the whole episode. We have to do like the special episode, like studying how like it influences our politics still to this day, because it does. Yeah. It certainly does.
That would be cool. Excuse me. Today, Sam, I am feeling pessimistic. I woke up in a bad mood. No. I am not like for the future, but like not pessimistic wasn't the right word. I'm in a bad mood is the right word. I'm gonna so I'm gonna.
Your plans got canceled, right?
I did have plans get canceled. It wasn't really about that. I don't know. I'm just in one of those moods. I have two sides. All right, I have two sides. Roblox face, Alpha Wolf. No, but like when I'm watching like Trump say something really stupid, for instance, usually I'm laughing at it, but then every now and then I'm in one of those moods where I'm just so mad, I'm just like, how can people fucking look at this and think this guy's intelligent? And I'm in the latter.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that once in a while.
Which is...
I feel that extraordinarily because the people I know are very supportive of protecting the environment. And a lot of Trump has been doing recently is removing a ton of environmental regulations to make way for the billionaire class to take advantage of our collective resources for their own benefit.
Okay, so you know
destroy our environment more.
So you know people who are like for protecting the environment, but also in support of Trump?
Yeah, my mother.
Most of the people I know who support Trump are just like, man, protecting the environment is gay.
Brother, it's a lot. Here's what I believe. I believe in certain rural areas, eventually you're going to come across places and locations that have some liberal value, or I guess I shouldn't say liberal, but socially progressive values that are installed in the broader community. And the Adirondacks especially has that, as we're the only national park that's guaranteed, or state park, excuse me, that's guaranteed by the state constitution. It is said in the state constitution that these lands will forever remain wild.
I wonder how old these sun chips are now.
We had that for 200 years. The sun chip. Old.
Very old sun chips. Yeah.
Might want to throw those out.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, throw them in a compost if you have one.
But at least they want to protect the environment, even though they have a silly way of doing it. But I get how it can also make it more frustrating, though. I get it, because it's also like, okay, so you do want to, why aren't you? So, yeah.
True.
I can get how that would be frustrating. I guess it's just
because they don't see it, because a lot of the news that, like Newsmax and other conservative news organizations never say anything about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Never say anything. They're always super quiet, because overall, protecting the environment and at least our national parks is a very popular thing. People love national parks. People love the idea of national parks because everybody knows we live a beautiful and large country that is very ecologically diverse, and we should protect that.
Even if anyone even remembers the time before Trump 2.0, back when they were doing the Republican primary debates, and I watched those, and it was pretty pointless because Trump didn't show up to them.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
which is funny because Biden didn't show up to the Democratic primary debate, so they both had, like, it was so funny. Like, what's the point?
Biden didn't do it because he was probably going through his brain melting phase, as we saw in debate with Trump.
And Trump just didn't want to get... Trump would have gotten annihilated.
Oh, God,
Trump took notes from 2020 and was like, okay, I won't show up to any debates. And he did end up debating Biden, and Biden did end up debating Trump, and yeesh.
Unfortunately...
Kamala debated Trump, and Kamala did a great job.
Kamala did a good job in the debates. Unfortunately, Biden, he had too big of an ego. Yeah, too big of an ego for him to drop out, even though he promised he would. Because he knew about his age. He knew it was going to come into effect. But I feel like there's something to say that probably the establishment may have wanted to keep him in charge just because they could easily control him better. They can moderate his message much easier because he's so old and dilapidated. And maybe that's why they...
Your voice is getting a little quieter, by the way.
Biden. Oh, shit.
Your mic's a little... Get that thing closer to you.
Let me re-say what I said. I feel like...
I got most of it.
There's something...
But you can go ahead, though.
You heard me.
You can do the end if you'd like.
The establishment of the Democratic Party definitely wanted to keep Biden in because he's a lot more controllable, and they could probably his progressive messaging that he did. He didn't do a lot, right? Because he's still a little more moderate at the end of the day. But at least he tried to expand the net to the progressive and socialists. And that's a big reason why Kamala didn't win. Because keep in mind, Kamala didn't do a lot of, didn't try to expand that net during the short time she had to campaign either.
At first, she was open to it. Like, she was talking about cracking down on price gouging and shit like that. And that was really, I was stoked. I was super excited. I was stoked. And then she walked that back along with everything else. So...
I think you can definitely see in the polls, if anyone really cared to look, that if maybe we can see if that messaging directly included her approval into the polls, Yeah,
I'm curious. That should be looked into. Israel was definitely a big part of it. I mean, I feel like the fact that we lost Michigan for the first time in however long should go to show that.
Yeah, because Michigan has like a large Arab population.
But yeah,
and they felt dissolution of the party because the Democratic Party was so adamant at supporting the genocide. And the West Bank.
But we do have a decent bit of news to get to. Yeah, we got a good bit today. We got a good bit today.
It is our job, after all.
It is. We do get paid lots and lots and lots of money.
Oh yeah, by like the Israeli Defense Lobby. They love supporting our business. AIPAC, one of our biggest supporters.
Of course.
Just like the opponent to Jamal Bowman, gave us $50 million to stop our progressive messaging.
Right. Yeah, we're going to be covering all this in a very conservative manner now.
Exactly. We no longer see the very obviously genocide happening in Gaza is not a genocide anymore because it makes us money to not say that.
Of course. Of course.
It is the capitalist leg to sacrifice human life. Money.
Indeed. It's beautiful too. Wouldn't have it any other way. So for our first story, I'm realizing now I could have put this in the climate change section. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm gonna do all my things first. I forgot, and I was about to abandon it, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna take it back, because I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this stuff, because I need to hook y'all, okay? I need to use my capitalist strategy to get you guys hooked. On today's episode, Trump's back on his 2020 election fraud shtick, now blaming China.
Oh, yeah! Brother!
Here, don't comment too much. This is all for later.
Okay. You're right.
The tit-for-tat Iran war continues. CNN realizes socialism isn't so unpopular.
True.
The 7th UK Prime Minister in a decade, Andy Burnham, is now here, I guess.
Yeah. He's here.
Words left me.
He's going to continue austerity.
Indeed.
Like a bitch.
Trump is punishing Canada because they suffered through wildfires, claiming
literally victim blaming.
Claiming willful negligence for some reason, with more tariffs. Tariff thing is back. More information on the main ice killer. It seemed like a very good guy. Joe Rogan cooked J.D. Vance on the subject of Israel. Believe it or not, he got 2 of his brain cells.
Whoa, really? He's not being as a suck up as he usually is.
We'll see. Hogs are mad because there's a pretty black woman in the Odyssey.
Awesome.
Mamdani is heavily hinting at wanting to arrest Netanyahu when he steps foot in New York City.
I'm just saying, the UN headquarters is right there. It's in New York. You can easily do it.
Right. The Majority Report made a discovery on an Epstein plane, and the video got privatized. And lastly, Nolan Wells is not being given a proper investigation at all. And we'll get to all of that. Yeah, we'll get into all of that in today's episode. But first, something that I'm realizing, we are now in the Trumpocracy section. Talking about something that I'm realizing could have gone in the climate change section, but we're gonna keep it here.
Yeah, why not? Let's go with the flow, baby.
Let's go with the flow. So, Ivanka has been exposed for a very expensive, exclusive island resort that she's building. The proposed resort falls into protected Albanian nature areas, providing a habitat for endangered species, including the Mediterranean monk seals and sea turtles. And Sam is getting very stressed out because, for good reason, because this is very clear corruption and public land exploitation, and it's very similar to what we talked last episode about the Jamaican resorts. So
literally the privatization of our waters to the benefit of no one except for the
of public land, by the way. So
yeah, public land. It belongs to all of us. They shouldn't have the fucking right to just take that away.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is also a historical area, because the Albanian communists, fuck.
Is this where they I'm
or something? I'm gonna let the video play. I'm gonna hope that they bring it up in the video because I'm not as sure as I should be. Oh, is it gonna be one of these?
It's an unbelievable, beautiful 1,400-hectare private island in the middle of the Mediterranean. We were on a friend's boat, and we stopped for a swim. Effectively, that's how we found it. We swam to the islands. We went on a hike, barefoot all the way up to the top, and we were just captivated.
Oh my God.
And it stayed with us ever since.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Oh, it could be mine. It could be mine.
Oh, yeah, this is so beautiful.
It's a flag.
I have to ruin everything. Yeah, it's an illness to be a business person like that.
It's an illness to be a billionaire.
Yeah, it is an illness to be a billionaire. Yeah, is Ivanka a billionaire?
You change when you get that much money. I think she's the son of Trump, and Trump got like billions of dollars in bribes at the start of his administration.
Yeah, so he was a billionaire as of like a lot more recently than you would think, but he was a millionaire for a very long time. He had.
Oh yeah.
Would it be funny if someone went up to him and just see how like they're like, hey, I wish someone would make fun of him for not being a billionaire before he became a billionaire. That would have been so funny. Like, aren't you kind of LARPing as a rich person because you don't even have $1 billion?
Honestly,
That would be so funny.
He faked it till he made it. Yeah, I guess.
Indeed. But yeah, so that's pretty awful.
I hope
Ivanka
fucking chokes on that water. I just want to say, billionaires always describe and do the weirdest and stupidest shit just to sound like they do a lot more than they actually do. Because billionaires don't usually do much of anything.
Correct.
They don't run anything. They don't do much of anything of value. They're not the ones who run the businesses. They're not even the ones who oversee it. That's mostly the board that does that.
Correct.
They mostly just sit there like a cash cow, and act like they fucking earn that money.
Dude, if you went up to a Republican, in the 1960s and said, "Hey, how do you feel that there are tons of homeless people in the future, but there's one guy who has $1 trillion and he's the only one who has even close to $1 trillion. Like the rest of no one else in the world even has half of that." They would be like, "That sounds awful." They wouldn't pretend to
describing how
they wouldn't pretend to think that that's cool because it's ever since Reagan that this was.
Literally, Reagan ruined everything.
Reagan did ruin everything.
If we ever make our first shirt, should be Reagan ruined everything.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. Because he did! It's really hard not to blame him for everything when he did cause so many of the problems that we have right now.
Literally. He's the man who heavily, I guess, conservatized the Republican Party, because they were always the right-wing party, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. They just weren't nearly as radically anti-left and anti-working class as they were before Reagan.
I mean, anti-left maybe because they definitely
anti-left because
the Red Scare and everything, but definitely not as much anti-working class. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't as suck-uppy to billionaires as they were, because Reagan was just such a corrupt and bad administration for the country.
Mm-hmm.
It reversed a lot of the progress that we made during the early progressive era of FDR and the people after. Because after FDR, everyone sort of just fucked up to continue that movement going on.
Mm-hmm.
Led kind of an opening to reverse all the progress that was done during that progressive age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because every bad thing about this country can be tracked starting, the trajectory of being bad started during Reagan's administration.
Mm-hmm.
Income inequality, union membership, housing costs, all of it went to shit when Reagan took to power.
No, it really did. Like the whole like what's so funny is all of these people who glaze Reagan. I will explain to many conservatives in modern day who are like the well-intentioned the genuinely well-intentioned conservatives. I'll explain to them Reaganomics. And trickle down economics, and I'm like, oh well, the idea of it is that it's okay if you give a bunch of rich people money because they're gonna pay their workers more if they have a bunch of money. And even these Trump supporters are like, that's stupid. That's insane. It's like, yeah, I know. That's the
thing. Yeah, because they became so trusting of the billionaire class. Like, oh, they're cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fine. Like, I'm pretty sure when was the last time the minimum wage went up? I think it was...
Oh my god.
1990?
What was it? Yeah, it was Bill Clinton, wasn't it?
I don't think it was Bill. I think it was the dude after, I think it was Bush. Right? Was it Bush?
Last person.
Or Bush.
Well, before Clinton would have been
Clinton.
Hold on, let me look up.
Nixon, right?
No, before Clinton was the first Bush, I think. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bush Senior.
Okay, yeah, okay. Actually, it was 2007, and it was set in 2009 that it would be raised to $7.25. Which was even for the
Obama
time
for not raising the minimum wage then, or and Donnie J.
Well, Obama. Well, I guess 2007. Yeah. That was just before.
You know what?
And then
that just shows
in
corporate
2009.
Democrats also contributed to this country's
slow
decline.
No, absolutely. Biden had the chance. He turned down the bill. Biden had the chance to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, and every time I tell that to people who live in my state, they're like, 15? That's crazy. That wouldn't work. And I'm like, one state over in Florida, it's being raised. Florida, the reddest, I won't say it's the reddest state in the country, but it's known for, like, being the red state. It's being raised to 15 an hour later this year in Florida. So, yes, it works elsewhere in this very country. The federal minimum wage can be raised to 15 an hour. Everything would be fine. It's 14 over there right now.
What's your, you live in a red state too. It's like 16 over here. What's yours?
Oh, it's 7.25.
Oh, fuck, of course it is.
Yeah, it's 7.25 over here. Thank you, KIV.
And how many days do you work? How much do you get paid?
I actually get paid 15, but I was going from job to job to job to job to find this. Before this job, 10.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
Mm.
Even like fucking like big ass corporations are admitting that the minimum wage needs to be raised without actually calling it.
Yeah, the lowest I've ever gotten paid. My first job I got paid $9 an hour. And the idea is so stupid where they're like, oh, well, they need a job for teenagers to work at. Why? What the fuck is wrong with paying teenagers?
Yeah, that's the point.
What's wrong with paying teenagers? If they're doing the same work, then they should also get paid the same amount.
This is what I like to say. It always returns to when someone doesn't want to like contribute to the welfare state or Medicare for all that shit. It either comes from two places. It comes from fear from the empowerment of someone else, or the sense of superiority over another, and they don't want to help them.
How the hell did we get on this?
I don't fucking know. Let's continue.
No, sorry. No, I'm just thinking about it because I'm like, we got to talk about this next. Because in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, we have another thing to get to. We can't talk about the Ivanka Island the whole time. Wait, that's not what we're talking about. How did we get here?
Well, because we talked about Reagan.
Right.
Because Reagan ruined everything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Then we got here. Let's move on.
I'm sure this is not the last time we'll segue, and it'll end up going to Reagan somehow.
Oh no, I feel like that's part of our charm, though.
Yeah, everything goes back to Reagan. That should be the shirt.
It does.
Everything goes back to Reagan.
I love that. Everything goes back to Reagan. At the bottom, he ruined everything.
Yes, there you go. There you go. Hell yes. Sorry, my guinea pigs are being goofy right now. Alright. Next is a MAGA admin speaking out against Kash Patel, because Kash Patel was having social media outbursts and leaving the country during wartime and all that shit, and yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's an alcoholic.
He is indeed. Let's see. Does it show any of the social media outbursts? Does it show the person? I'm just realizing I'm not... Is it this? Or is this just him talking over this? Yeah, he's just talking over it. I don't want to have an opinion piece. See, this is what happens when I have to get a million different videos together. I get people just talking on accident.
You know what? Maybe another form of preparation we can do like a day beforehand.
That's true.
Watch these videos and do timestamps so we know exactly.
That's a good idea. I think I got this though.
Awesome.
because the nearest comparator is Pam Bondi, and Todd Blanche hasn't been running around waving Epstein files on the TV. He hasn't been talking about.
It's just a clip of. They're just using it as footage. Okay. God damn it. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, listeners. But yeah, there are some people who are actually frustrated with what's going on here, and apparently nobody has any video of it. But it's an ex-FBI official calling him fraudulent. Which is true, because Kash Patel is one of those, like, I mean, Kash Patel is fucking. This is insane. This is stupid. He's one of those people where it's like, what is this guy's qualifications? This guy has nothing.
Literally, like, he has no business running this department. He has like very little experience in comparison to a lot of other people they could hire. But,
yeah,
loyalty matters most.
It's entirely about loyalty, which is very World War II-esque. What's funny is a lot of just to make these comparisons, as we on the left like to call everybody Hitler, but a lot of Trump's weaknesses are very similar to that of Adolf Hitler. When we're losing, he will not admit that we're losing. When his advisors are trying to help him and telling him to be smarter about something, he gets rid of them.
True.
And that those were Hitler's biggest weaknesses. And it just so happens that Trump likes to read Hitler and says that he wishes that more of his he had more people like Hitler's people during January 6th, and stuff like that. So yeah, very cool stuff.
Yeah, people were willing to do a fucking coup for him.
Yeah,
nut jobs.
Now, I remember because I read. I'm one of the only people who actually read the entirety of this, of the shit, I have it over here somewhere. The January 6th report. I remember reading that, and I never realized. I feel like anyone. I'm staring at my own guinea pigs in the reflection of my camera. I never realized how much. How deep that went. But I mean, that really goes into everything. And yeah, it's a good read. Anywho, yeah. So Trump is Hitler. Is my summary. I think he's more of a Mussolini, but in this instance,
I feel like we're coming to a point where we can definitely opinionatively say that his second administration, because he kicked out, he has all the power in the party, and now he only cares about loyalty.
Yeah,
because he's not controlled by the senior officials of the party anymore, because they're either dead, dying, or kicked out. His second administration is a lot worse than his first.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like, how when COVID happened, it made a lot of people go kind of crazy. Like, you had a lot of people go like ultra right wing after COVID. That happened to Trump. Like, because I was listening to, and a lot of people's memory is so, including my own. I mean, you look at Trump and we forget that he wasn't always like this, but even during his first term, there are videos of Trump talking about how the importance of Black History Month. After January 6th, Trump is out there saying these people are criminals and they're going to get what they paid for. Apparently what they paid for was a pardon. Like, now, because during the second administration...
Oh, don't forget,
he's gone crazy.
He tried to give them like $1 billion or a few $1 million.
Yeah, no, he's trying to pay them.
Mm-hmm. Trying to pay them for their great service for trying to destroy
them. So it genuinely, like, I don't know. I feel like for a long time we were moving in a positive direction, just very, very slowly, and now we are regressing.
We are regressing. It's sad.
It is really sad.
One of the few good things that come out of this is that it officially broke the power of the corporate Democrats. They have no more backing.
That's what I was going to say. Is that for the longest time in history, the government would be the entire government in unison would either be getting pushed left or right, with the exception to the Civil War. And at least it seems this time, democratic socialists are obviously getting a lot of motion, and they are helping push the country left again, or at least they're trying to.
Absolutely.
And it just depends on if Republicans concede, like they typically have in the past, or if they choose not to. Because even after Obama, fucking Sean Hannity, after Obama won, Sean Hannity was like breaking down, saying, you know what, maybe the Republicans shouldn't be too hard on immigration. Maybe we should be chiller with immigrants. Look at him now. Go ahead, though. I kept interrupting you. I was ranting.
Unapologetically. They're unapologetic in their racism.
Yeah, it's genuine. It was like 10 years ago, everybody at least could acknowledge things that were obviously racist. Like, if you went out there and you said, 10 years ago, if you said, I hate Black History Month, we shouldn't have Black History Month, everybody would be like, okay, that person's clearly very racist. That's a weird thing to be mad about. Why would you be mad about that? Now, well, that's just a different political opinion. You're just more conservative. You're more traditional.
Because I feel like it's also in a form of evolution from the right-wing movement, or I guess de-evolution, I should say, because they were mostly focused on like Christian-oriented stuff, you know, like Christmas. They were always going on about that shit.
That's one crazy thing that they've always been going on about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but now they devolved to make it about race and make it about racial and ethnic and to that extent, from that previous standpoint of, you know, religion.
My camera
kind of evolved. Listening. Oh, you good? Of devolved from that initial position of, you know, Christian enforcing Christian values to like enforcing Christian values based on the color of your skin and the basis of your identity.
Right.
It devolved into a more white nationalist form of Christian nationalism. You know what I mean? I feel like Trump was the catalyst for that.
Very much so. He is very much. I think he showed a lot of Republicans that they can kind of just say whatever the fuck they want sometimes.
True. I feel it's more like they couldn't galvanize their supporters to do that racist shit because they didn't have anyone as popular or as charismatic as Reagan.
Yeah.
But Trump was that guy.
I completely forgot. That's what I was going to say ages ago, is the whole reason. I was going to say the one thing, climate change, even Republicans are like, mostly conservative people want climate change. Sorry, I'm staring at my guinea pigs again. They want... Yeah, because during that debate, I remember when Ramaswamy went up there and said climate change is a hoax. And when he said that, in my brain, I'm thinking, like, I'm not surprised. But what did surprise me was the entire audience started booing the shit out of him. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Some Republicans do care about climate change? The fuck is Bernie doing? Oh, by the way, my guinea pigs are named Bernie and Zoran.
I love that!
Yeah, I just thought I'd share. And Bernie is being goofy as fuck right now. Do you see him? Running around, causing shenanigans. Oh, now he's mounting Zoran. Okay. Anyway, go on.
Oh, good.
Anyway, go on.
Go on. Okay. Moving on. Ignore the pig. And honestly, I feel like we have a opportunity, unlike before, because we didn't really have that many super charismatic leaders besides Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders is one guy. He can't do everything.
Yeah.
I can't make an entire movement on his own. It takes the people to do that. And fortunately, the downfall of the Democratic establishment has opened up a new, more broader and wider coalition of socialist and progressive people to rise from ashes of the left by the establishment.
Right.
Which I feel like makes it much more secure and more likely we're going to make a lot of progress in the future, because Bernie's old.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to live much longer. He's like 80 now.
Yeah.
God bless him.
I do think Bernie will hopefully die in the right mind.
Oh yeah, I hope he goes knowing that the movement that he helped build is safe and sound. Because beforehand, when the Democratic establishment really took over the party during the Biden and Harris debacle for a while, there was a general sense if he went, that is the progressive movement on. Because he was the main heavy hitter, especially when Jamal Bowman lost his re-election campaign because AIPAC and other lobbyists, spent the most money in any representative campaign in history of $50 million.
Which is why it's great to see so many younger Democrats. Like, Zoran is the obvious example. He's, like, the biggest voice right now. I would say he's a larger voice than Byrne. I would, like, right now...
Is he still millennial, or is he, like, a Gen Z?
I don't know.
I know, like, generational divide is cringe, but I'm just curious. How old is he, actually?
I think he's like 34 or something like that.
That is pretty young. He's doing a really good job.
How old is? Or I might be thinking of.
There's a lot of potential.
He's 34. Yeah, I got it right. And AOC is 36, which makes her old enough to run. For president. So it's good to see a lot of, like, AOC is also very popular. She's one of the biggest targets from right-wing media, but she is very popular amongst non-right-wing spaces, which is all you need to run as a Democrat.
Because in the downfall of the establishment, they're much more comfortable. People who were part of or supported that establishment, voters.
Yeah, if I hear a right
looking over to AOC, as well, she's becoming more popular.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, if I see right-wingers freaking out about somebody, I'm more inclined to hear out what they have to say, and I know that I'm a radical leftist, but that's not just me, that's just non-right-wing spaces in general. Or like even slightly even slightly left of center spaces also, I feel, might think that way. But we do have a lot of news to get to. We're extra rambly today.
Oh, yeah. We are. It's been a while. I feel like it's the weather and the fact we're, I don't know, more professional.
We are. We like to chat. We're getting more of the vibe down. Yeah, and me and Sam don't VC really outside of recording this. So when we do,
that is the time we hang out. And as we hang out more, the vibe and stuff gets better and better. So
which is why we gotta watch Idiocracy.
Yes.
But Trump is back on his election stolen speech, and here's a little segment of it. And he did a whole speech on it, and I wrote a summary of his claims and why they're all wrong. Down, but I'm just gonna play this little segment. I haven't seen this segment, but just to get the idea of it, I think this is it's just like
I'll let you ramble why he's wrong, because I didn't do that much in depth in sort of stuff. So I'll let you ramble afterwards.
It's not even like in depth, because his lies aren't even intelligent. It's just unfounded. But we'll go ahead and let's play.
For many years, Americans were blatantly lied to about the security of our election infrastructure, including electronic voting machines and ballot counting systems. Dishonest, almost all. They're vulnerable and they're easily compromised, and people within our government knew that.
The president there repeating his...
All right. I guess that's just didn't really give us a lot. But yeah, that's what he said. And he actually, so a ton of news organizations like CNN, MSNBC, I don't know the specific ones, but just different news organizations didn't air it. They did not air that speech just because they thought it just wasn't interesting. But yeah, they didn't air.
Because it's just
the same old shit.
But dribble.
Like
it's not interesting.
He's out here talking 24/7 about this shit. They can't air every speech, but he threatened to revoke the licenses of the networks that didn't air it. That's how petty
they
this
acted
man
like
is.
It was such a huge fucking thing. It was like,
this is such a stereotype, and this is
like how many presidential speech are not shown like live? Like a ton of them. I don't know why they're freaking out about this one.
This is probably a problematic stereotype I'm making right now. But he's such a petty gay man. He's so catty. I'm sorry. I know that might be a little bit of a stereotype I shouldn't be making there, but
we're not. I feel like it's fun because we're not really punching down on gay people here. We're punching on Donald J.
That's fair.
Like
that's fair. It's kind of like calling like Donald Trump fat. It's like you're not. Yeah. I see what you mean.
People and making fun of him.
Yeah. So he released documents alleging the election was stolen, but the documents were so heavily redacted, so it was Epstein all over again, that it made the findings entirely unclear. These are also.
I feel like they did it. You know, my theory is
what?
That the redacted parts are the stuff that
disproves his point.
Yeah.
Almost definitely. There's no other reason it would be redacted. And a lot of the vulnerabilities and assessments that he made about the how this stuff is it's stuff that's been well documented for years long before Trump. Like quote unquote like dead people voting and stuff like that. Like that's something that people have made jokes about since like my grandmother was in school. It's a very well documented thing, and it's not nearly impactful enough for it to actually change the outcome of an election. And the whole China thing, him blaming China, there's not a single thing in there that says that China might have had he just said that shit. He just out here saying shit. So
there was something that the majority report says that I am a little bit scared by, but I kind of agree with.
Okay. I'll probably agree.
You know how
I'm scared.
Like China, and China's communist.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna try to group in wider left-wing groups in this to try to form a justification to start oppressing them openly.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. And yeah, I mean, they're very anti-China because and I'm not pro-China. There are a lot of leftists in the space, a lot of leftists I listen to even who are pro-China, and I'll even listen to some Maoists, and I am not by any means a Maoist. But it's
in the game of power, you have to be equally as optimistic and willing to collaborate with people you agree with.
That's
just as liberals are concerned.
I met so many people, so many stupid fucking idiots on Discord who says I'm an anti-purist, and then they're a purist, and it's like, oh, they're just like gooners, and they like to jerk off to like lolly or something, and that's their definition of anti-purism. I just want to put it out there, that's not anti-purism. You're just a loser. Like, that's all that is. And you also might...
I'm an anti-purist.
Yeah. I'm an anti-purist. And because of my anti-purism, I'm not allowed to be within 500 feet of a preschool. But, yeah. But no, I'm actually an anti-purist. Not about age of consent laws, but rather about... political ideology, and I believe that when it comes to things like Maoism, like I could get into all the different reasons why I didn't like Mao, but maybe we can get there after we abolish classism. You know, this issue can be deemed an important issue after the other issues that take priority are over, if that makes any sense.
Because we all share the same enemy in the billionaire class, right?
Right.
And we all would benefit by giving the worker more power, both revolutionaries and reformists.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
I will talk to Maoists, I'll talk to tankies, I'll talk to anarchists, communists, any I don't care. I'm open to it as long as you also share.
A lot of anarchists are kind of cool people.
Who are?
Anarchists, like a lot of, like...
I'm not an anarchist myself. I'm very much, but a lot of the anarchists that I have met tend to be actually pretty cool people. Pretty cool group of people. Same with witchcraft. I'm not into witchcraft at all. But
oh yeah, I am. I literally have an altar over there. That shit's cool.
See, there you right there. My thesis proven. They tend to be pretty cool people. There's a witchcraft store around in my area.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
That's why I try to tell people. Everyone's like, a lot of people are scared to come to my area because like, oh, it's a red state, and I'm like, dude, there's a witchcraft store around here. There are pride flags. I see pride flags more than I see American flags. You'll be okay.
Yeah, because people seem to forget that there are pockets of blueness in the state.
And they need to look into it because there's also, they'll be like, oh, yay, well, I'll be safe. I'm going to California. And then they'll go to like Northern California, like up in the mountains where it's like redder than Texas. And it's like, huh? Anywho.
Yeah, and I feel like that something could be said about rural areas in general, because people have the false perception that they're like rural areas are dangerous or gay or inherently.
Well, I don't. Just to put it out there, I do not live in a rural area at all. But
me neither. I'm speaking from my experience.
Okay.
Because I lived in a rural area my entire life. That there are pockets of blue even in the deep red rural areas, because we have like a, you know, the people who still have pride flags. There are pride events. There are people who are more willing to have the bravery to show themselves, to get people around here to use the ideas of having those sorts of people.
Right.
Because I strongly believe exposure is the best form of getting rid of racism. If you make a racist be friends with several black people, it's harder for them to be racist unless the black people are racist themselves.
Actually, the solution to racism is to never talk about it.
You never talk about it. We hide away from it forever, like children in a store.
Thanks for the view of your feet.
Oh, sorry, I was just moving my.
That's actually how we abolished slavery. Is we did nothing.
Exactly. We just sat back and pretended that our color of our skin doesn't matter at all. Yeah, and it solved everything.
Exactly.
No.
Anyway,
ignorance is the solution.
True. Ignorance is bliss and the end goal. But Hexeth is announcing testosterone screenings for service members over 30, and that's what he's pushing for. Which is interesting. So let's just hear him out on this.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth
Alright, fine. I guess we'll listen to a woman talk about it.
is rolling out a new program to screen troops for low testosterone.
Ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate at your absolute best.
The test will be part of annual health screenings for troops 30 and older. Younger troops can volunteer to be tested. Any treatment would be up to the individual soldier.
It's not about artificial enhancement. It's about restoring and optimizing your natural capabilities.
So he wants to give them HRT.
My God. Brother, you gotta give these fucking soldiers who are trained to kill people, gotta make them even more unstable by pumping them.
Right? Yeah.
That's a manly military. This guy's a fucking moron.
Not to mention, when you're in the military, we use guns now. Now, are you going to come across these situations? Obviously, they get you buff and jacked for a reason. You're going to come across situations, or I'm not going to say you're going to, because that's my whole point, is that you probably won't. But you could potentially come across a situation where you're in like a hand fight with someone. But chances are, for the most part, you're going to be like, the closest you'll get to other people is like from a distance, like, boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, most of the time you don't even see them. You just fire in the direction that they're firing at you at.
Which actually, in that circumstance, you might want to be less jacked up on hormones.
Less testosterone.
Yeah, so,
exactly. He's fucking up our military because he's been sucked up by internet culture bullshit of how we need to make men.
Well, we have to make sure that we're not woke, so...
Yeah, true. We got to fuck up our military service members, make them take HRT, just so they're not low testosterone.
You get it. You get
Fucking
it.
idiot. So dumb.
It is really so dumb. Does he continue?
Protecting your longevity and ensuring you have the biological foundation required to sustain the fight.
Experts.
Wait, so HRT is biological and is biologically back?
But that doesn't make any sense. That's a nothing burger. That doesn't really justify anything.
No, it doesn't. He's just using like, oh well, it's science, because science.
Science, longevity, and I would love to hear. I love to read the science paper that states that the more testosterone they have, the more longevity you have.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I would like to read that as well.
For women, that's not. Are they going to give testosterone to women soldiers too? Are they going to make them super jacked now as well?
That'd be kind of sick, actually. I would be down for that.
The military is for trans men now. Congratulations. free testosterone for all of them.
Now I'm sure you can see right here.
Oh God.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, this is supposed to be against the law, by the way. I just want to
point that out, it is. Because you can't put a living person on a coin. That's against federal law. And their argument is, well, it's for celebration for the 250th, so it's cool. Actually, that's their actual argument.
Then put anyone else's face there. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes 0 sense. It makes 0 sense. Also, on the $100 bill,
Washington, FDR.
On the $100 bill, they also put his name above Bennett.
Fucking course he did. That fucking
Benson, I mean. Also, in what fucking world does that spell Donald Trump? I'm sorry, but what is that?
Brother, it's a scribble. That's not really.
It looks more like he drew New York City with the building, like than an actual name. That's crazy.
No. His brain is melting so much. He drew like a shitty picture of the city, and it's like, "Mom, Dad, look what I did. See, can you put it on a? Can you put it on the money, please? Can you put it on the $100 bill?"
Oh my God. What is wrong with my camera?
And they're like, yes, Donnie, we'll put it on the $100 bill because we're loyalist fucking losers.
Loyalist to our child. Yeah, so that's pretty maddening. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what world are we living in?
That's a great quote though. Trumpism is loyalism to a child, to a man-child.
Actually, yeah, that is a really good quote. New shirt. We're gonna have so many shirts.
Hell yeah.
We get cards, actually, and it's just different quotes on all of them. Dude, I'm shiny as fuck, especially my lips. You can just tell my lips are chapped.
Oh, man. They're chapped lips? I thought you had, like, a greasy face or something like that. When was the last time you showered?
Last night.
But you...
I shower once or twice a day. I'm very anal about showering. Usually,
I shower... I can't shower more than once every 2 days. My skin gets cracked and shit. My family has like a huge problem with easily flaky, cracking skin when it gets hydrated too.
Well, I do too now, thanks to my damn Accutane shrinking all my pores. But
that sucks.
Yeah, permanently too. But eventually, what permanently shrinks your pores, but eventually your body gets used to it and it produces more oil, and you won't crack as much. But it does permanently shrink your pores. That scared the shit out of me, but they say it's safe, so I'm gonna trust Big Pharma.
Big Pharma.
Anywho, the Trump administration announced 25% tariffs on Brazil for unfair trade practices, and also played. Go ahead.
I would love to know what the fuck
the unfair trade practices are.
Unfair yeah, I would love to know that.
He also placed 50% tariffs on Canada that go into effect in 30 days, including items previously protected by a U.S.-Canada trade deal, because they had wildfires and that's their fault.
Fucking idiot. So he's throwing shit at the wall at this point, trying to get his approval up and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, let's see if they talk about it here.
This morning, a major...
Dude, remember when conservatives were like, no, the tariffs are going to be amazing for us. You don't understand. You just don't get how it works. They're going to be great. I don't hear them yapping about tariffs now.
No, because they know it actually fucks up our economy, and they can't say anything about it. Otherwise, Trump's going to get even more unpopular if they actually tell their Trump supporters that he's doing tariffs again.
This morning, a major escalation in President Trump's global trade war, with the president releasing a letter announcing a 50% tariff on imports from Brazil starting August 1st. Mr. Trump specifically pointing to the ongoing prosecution of one of his longtime allies, Brazil's former president Jair Bolsonaro. A show of support for the far-right politician who's been barred for running for office in Brazil this decade and is facing charges for an alleged coup to overturn his 2022 election loss.
That's how. I wonder why Trump would be defending that. Dude,
I wonder why.
I don't know if that's gonna stick with the American people, dude.
Is Donnie J trying to... I feel like he's trying to do a fucking dumb thing in which he's trying to install this motherfucker as a dictator in Brazil. As like
I think that's what he's trying to get friends in other... Because no one likes him. And he wants to be able to fuck around and not find out. He wants to be able to do whatever the hell he wants and still have allies in other countries. The thing is this is just so fucking goofy. Oh my god, I was talking and then I forgot what I was saying and then I don't think the American people are gonna love it. Hey, why are our prices going up? Oh dude, I have to do this because in another country this guy is being treated unfairly.
Yeah, what happened to America First? You fucking...
That's the thing, is America First, it's never been America First, it's Trump First, and he's trying to reframe it as America First, but how do you reframe this as America First? I don't get it.
Absolutely. Because it doesn't benefit us at all. We already have like we already got trade deals with Canada and secessions for them for trade. We shouldn't punish them for... By the way, you know what's fucked up? You want to know something about the worst forest fires they've been having? You want to know something about them?
What?
The tree... Okay, so I know, and a lot of people here know, a lot about ecology. People love learning about it, because, again, it's part of the legacy of living around here, and of the legacy of the Adirondack Park. So my father told me about this, a Trump supporter, by the way, I just want to point that out, told me that, apparently the forest fires in Canada are actually somewhat natural, because the only way for a species of tree that dominates the north up there to spread its seeds is for it to literally burn. That's the only way for the seed pods to come out. It is a natural cycle for these forest fires.
Hence why we do controlled forest fires, and that is a very real thing, but I hate when people use that as a right-wing argument. It's like, well, actually, you can't be too mad about forest fires, because we do them on purpose sometimes. It's like, not all of them are on purpose, but this is one of those situations where there are actual forest fires which are beneficial. Controlled, not broadly. And this is one of those situations.
They didn't do it on purpose.
No.
And it got out of control because it has been a while, and just so happened, a lot of these forest fires that are in their natural cycle are just happening at the same time, so it appears a lot worse than at least that's my understanding of it.
Right.
And we're victim blaming Canada for this, for a natural cycle of their environment. I love it.
Eat that shit up, guys.
Eat that shit up.
Zoran's eating his veggies and Bernie's getting his water. Alright. So yeah, let's hear what Carney had some sort of response that I haven't seen yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that.
About what he has said.
Yes, I'm just looking through quite a long response that he has
posted,
saying that today the United States administration announced its intention to impose a new 50% tariff on a significant number of Canadian goods. And he says that this is the latest in a series of unilateral US trade actions that began with the US imposing a series of tariffs in direct violation of the Canada-United States-Mexico agreement. That's the free trade agreement between these three countries. And he goes on and talks about future discussions and negotiations between the two countries over trade. He says they stand ready to intensify those discussions in the coming weeks. He says Canada believes in the benefits of free and fair trade, as evidenced, he says, by their new government signing more than 20 new economic and security partnerships. So this is going to be an ongoing debate.
Let's hope it goes well, because Carney was absolutely glazing Trump in that one meeting that they had. But I get why, but also it's like...
Yeah. I feel like he has to, because you gotta think of it from his perspective.
No, that's
Trump
what I said.
Is an egomaniac loser I'm explaining for our audience, not necessarily you.
All right, yeah, you're good.
Is a egomaniac loser who gets easily offended at stuff. So if he doesn't stroke his ego a lot, he might bitch and cry about something.
Yeah.
So he's like, "You're great, Donnie. You're really cool." That's how Zoran.
That's what I was gonna say. Same with Donnie. Yeah.
For a while. Yeah, literally.
He's
really cool because he's so easy to play as a fucking instrument.
He really, you know those memes where it's like, have you seen any of those TikTok memes where it'll be like, what does ILY mean? I love you. She's my pawn now. Like, they need to do that with Donald. like do some memes with Donald.
Hell yeah.
Like, hey, you want a plane? Yeah. Sure. He's my pawn now.
He's my pawn now. Hey, Donnie, you look like you look really nice today. Thank you. He's my pawn now.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. but it works. Also oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a weakness. I'll just say weakness. Also a weakness of Hitler. Okay. Also, the Trump administration also canceled automatic protections for imperiled animals because they hate the planet.
They literally do. They want the billionaire class to be able to suck up as much as the money in the world as much as possible, and fuck over the rest of the people and destroy public land because it benefits him and his billionaire buddies. That's
Indeed.
There's no reason why he wants to do this.
All right.
Major changes could soon be coming to how endangered species are protected. The Trump administration is looking to roll back parts of the 1973 Endangered Species Act. The law has helped protect critical habitats and prevent some species from going extinct. Supporters say the changes could open more land for development. Environmental groups say they plan to challenge the proposal in court. Major changes could soon be coming to how...
I hope they win. I really hope they do.
Yeah, me too. Because
the Endangered Species Act was... the Endangered Species Act is actually passed by Congress, if you forgot, and I don't think the president should be able to choose what laws to enforce and not enforce just because he's the president.
Right.
You should have to follow Congress's rules. You can't change laws like that.
All right. Moving on to... I acted like I was changing sections. We're still in Trumpocracy. Because, I mean, Trump's just so active. Trump...
He's been being cooked for the last, few weeks. So
yeah. Trump mistook the word transistor for, you guessed it, transgender, and we had another transgender surgery on rats situation go on. So,
yeah, I love that.
The chips. We had this ridiculous CHIPS Act where you give billions of dollars to a company and they didn't even know what the hell to do with it. You give them billions of dollars, they say they're going to build. Nobody knew what to do with it. And of course, the standards were so high. If you weren't transgender, as an example, you didn't qualify. So they get the money, they hired to look all over the transgender people to run the company, large portions. They couldn't find them. They weren't into
He is genuinely business, like I guess, right? That old grandpa who only reads the headlines and is really dumb, but he's so much dumber. Like, he is genuinely... This is genuinely probably one of the stupidest people in this country.
It feels like the orange and the bullshit hair color from his hair is washing from his face, and he's slowly melting. That's what I feel like this is. He's just falling back to the old classics because that's all he can do and remember now.
Right.
He's so old.
Oh my god, holy hell.
Can you believe we're at war with this dude who's in office?
I can't. We're cooked. Also, we just had a breaking.
What's up?
Breaking. RFK Jr. pauses $1 billion Medicaid funding to California and Minnesota. That's awesome. He said AI used to identify potential fraud in Democratic-run states. Oh, thank God. If they use AI, it must be true. Holy fuck, we're so stupid. Okay, are you ready? You ready to continue?
Yeah. Yeah.
They had other things on their mind.
We can cover that later this week.
This was the Biden fools,
next week.
those idiots that almost destroyed our country.
Next week.
But we're also reasserting the fundamental truth: to be a strong nation, you must be a manufacturing nation, manufacturing jobs. When you see these plants start to open, so we're building now at a record that we've never even, I don't think any country's ever approached this record. Again, we have 19.2 trillion being invested, and there's never been anything like it. You go back years and years, and it's China had the record with $3 trillion, and we're at 19.2.
Back on the fucking China.
There's
never been anything like it.
He is becoming
I can't pay attention to him. He's becoming boring.
I also, yeah.
He's losing his luster.
He is. At least he was funny before. He is no longer funny.
He's just a weird loser now.
Yeah. Oh, I lost my damn place. So I'm sure you've heard, because this is one thing everybody's heard of, the cyclospora diarrhea sickness going around in all the food.
God, yeah, because they, deregulated the economy.
Yeah,
this is what happens. It's just obvious.
And they thought, I don't really know to play this video. They thought that it was, the FDA thought that it was lettuce being distributed by Taylor Farms. But they were wrong. And we actually we're back to having no idea what it is. But yeah, I remember because I work at a grocery store at a market, and I like how sometimes I'll specify the business and sometimes I won't. It's fine. I work at a market, and they told one of the people who work in meat and produce to take down everything distributed by Taylor Farms. And then, right as they got done taking it all down, they said, actually, never mind, put it back up.
Oh, that's fucked.
They were so pissed.
I love that.
Oh my god, they were not happy about that. Poor Frankie.
We don't...
Rip to Frankie for that.
I work in a dollar store, which is different. The only difference is that it's mostly slop produce and fast food.
I've been to the dollar store that you work at. Not the one that you work at, but another one.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
The dollar store.
The dollar store. So yeah,
in Trump's economy, you can spend a fortune at the dollar store now.
Yeah. Even at Five Below, I'm like, well, at least there's Five Below, because I mean that's not gonna. No, it still goes above $5 now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it just goes. Yeah. It's just under 10 now. It's 10 below. But anywho, that's cool.
Well, not cool. That's funny, I should say.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
It is a little funny.
Now, it's funny, but also weirdly ominous. It shows the consequences of deregulating the economy.
Right.
Especially in the agricultural sector, where you get shit like this.
Moving on, we now have this awesome sauce. I'm sure you have to have seen this, what Trump did when they were taking the photo for Spain. Okay.
Oh god, it's so embarrassing.
It is.
I'm just gonna let it play.
We are a humiliating country. Let me just skip to the part where Trump starts walking up there. Oh, he's there. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. It's like he's fucking AI'd in. It's not even real. So, Spain won.
I kind of like that a lot, that Spain won, because Spain, pause for a second. The Mandoro, I remember Mandoro, he likes Donald J. a lot, and he is the current president of Argentina. Yeah. I find it very politically poetic that Spain won at the end.
Yeah, because Trump hates Spain, by the way. Trump despises Spain. And yeah, they beat Argentina, and he went up there for no fucking reason, giving out one of the medals, and they're booing the shit out of him.
True. I love that. I like how our country is paying attention to soccer.
Yeah, all of a sudden. So here, like, he's supposed to be there. Like, he's obviously he's holding the medal. This is not. Are you good?
Oh yeah, I'm spitting in the trash bin. It's
okay.
It's I had a cold like a few days ago.
Oh, okay.
All that phlegm is still down here, so I'm spitting that back up.
Gotcha. No, you're good.
Audience.
So this is the part where they're all supposed to leave. It's done. It's over. Or wait, no, hold on. He gives the yeah.
It's a trophy to them. Yeah. He's like, here you go.
And then he lingers.
I hate how he tries to steal the show from these people.
Yeah.
Like, this is not about you. Go away.
Look at this guy. He's trying to get him to leave.
Oh, I love that. I think that's the president of... that's not the... I think that's like... I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure it's the I'm pretty sure that's the oh my god. The VP of like FIFA, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know. I could. You might be right. It might be an actual president of a country. I don't know. But look, you can see him motioning away. Like, let's go this way. And Trump's like, nah.
No.
And he's just standing there.
It's so awkward.
What the hell are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Good for the Spanish team, by the way. I love how happy.
Yeah, amazing for them. I hate how he's trying to steal it. But yeah, just to give them the spotlight they deserve. Good for them. Go Spain.
Honestly, absolutely. Go Spain.
Obviously, I let
Good job, Argentina. Good job, France. They got third place. England got third place.
I allow my patriotism to show during the World Cup. Obviously, I was rooting Team USA, but I mean, that's not gonna fucking happen. We've never won, and we won't. Our team is horrible. But
I feel like they did better this year in comparison with the usual.
They got 1-4. 1-4.
I know. Don't remind me.
Well, also, we're like, in other countries, you can genuinely be like a poor person and be good at but here in America, to be in a team of a sport, you actually do have to be like rich because it costs so much money.
Yeah, because you got to pay sometimes.
Yeah,
you got to pay. I love your education system. Thank you, Don.
Yeah, it costs so much money to get into to actually go pro. But our women's soccer team is amazing. Our men's soccer team sucks ass. But our women's soccer team, ironically enough, how much we complain about women's sports, our women's soccer team is really, really good. And I'm pretty sure we've won a couple
times. I don't watch it actively because I don't watch soccer actively in general, but I know for a fact our female team is so much better. They never get invited to the White House and shit, which I find really funny. And I feel like that's because they didn't a lot of them are critical of Donald J. So when they won like the cup or something, they didn't get invited to the White House. They're also substantially paid less. I don't know if you know that.
They're substantially what? Oh, paid less? Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. They'll claim oh, well, more people watch it. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like genuinely, it doesn't.
We're doing pay based on merit, not based on popularity.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, but more people watch it. Like, okay, you're definitely a capitalist. But yeah, and so anyway, as they should, FIFA, they didn't crop him out. That's what some people are lying about. Well, I mean, they did in some of the pictures, but they straight up edited him out. This is a crop. This is a crop job. They cropped him out of the photo, as they should. He stole the show.
I just want to point out
that is an edit. They edited him out.
I love that. I love they went through the extra work of that. And Donald J can't say that they're targeting him because they also edited out like the FIFA vice chair or whatever the guy's name is.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he was standing next to them, remember? He was trying to get him to leave.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So they can't even say he was like targeting him or anything.
That's so funny.
Yes, he's right there. He's right next to him. He's like, come on!
Yeah. That's so funny. Please get the fuck out of here. Look how sad he is. He did not want Spain to win. He's hiding so much pain behind those eyes, dude.
Oh yeah, he's like, God damn it, why'd I have to be the one country I've been talking shit about for so long?
I love how happy they are. They look so happy. Good for them,
They are,
dude.
good for them.
Anyway.
Cheers, Spain. Where's the World Cup happening next year? Or the next
Hopefully not the fucking US, dude.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Middle Eastern War segment. So of course, so the US struck Iran. I don't even know how many days in a row it is now. It got
warning. It's gonna get depressing, people. We're in the happy hour is over.
We launched at least 8 days in a row. Look at these Nazi ass comments, dude. Thank you, keep it going, bomb emojis. That person should be eradicated from the planet. But I'm so mean, dude. Anyway,
no worries.
Yeah,
that's the difference. You're a mean girl, and I love that.
Yeah. Look, we're yin and yang.
Yang and yang.
Whatever it is.
We're peanut butter and jelly area.
Exactly. Now, this is actually kind of horrifying. This is a giant bill, as you know, the current GOP with the Trump administration has been known, especially like Big Beautiful Bill is a great example of this, with packaging lots of shit into one bill, hoping that some things don't get noticed.
Just like they criticized the Biden administration doing the Big Beautiful Bill and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking irony. The fucking irony.
But here's another one that they're doing.
Republicans want $95 billion for a war, farmers, and your voter registration, all in one bill. House Republicans are pushing
At least the Biden administration had stuff that was somewhat interconnected, and this is just all random shit.
Yeah, literally. Oh, by the way, I just want to say, so much for stopping the deficit and stopping the bleeding.
Right? What the
heck? Spend $95 billion on a war we started.
Jesus Christ.
Package that does three things at once. Replenishes the Pentagon for the Iran war, sends aid to farmers hit by high fuel and fertilizer prices, and enacts stricter voter registration rules, including proof of citizenship. Here's the...
Yeah, because all of the fucking...
By the way, another thing...
Immigrant, dude, people...
Biden...
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you go first. Sorry,
I was just gonna say how many fucking people come in from countries to our south that are like massive conservatives and Trump supporters.
Yeah, because sadly, some of them, few people can be selfish like that. They want to shut the door when they enter in.
No, do you know how many people are like, I had such a hard time coming in here. I hate how easy people are getting in here. It's like, shouldn't you fucking love that? Like, that's evil. Why would you dislike that?
Why? That's a good point. Why the fuck do they hate people not suffering like they did?
Yeah, it's
so stupid.
It's the same thing with people who were like, it was so easy back in my day. You kids have it so easy. You gotta go for a second?
Just 1 second. You can keep playing. I'm just gotta bring this down. I forgot to.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Shit. Yeah, it's the same thing as like people in older generations who were like, oh, well, you kids these days have it so easy. Back in my day, we didn't have phones if we got lost. It's like, isn't that a good thing that it's easier to get back if we need to? Like that you should be, yeah, whatever. It's like, oh, well, it's making you guys soft. It's like, okay, you also use these, you also take advantage of these, amenities. But anyway.
The catch. It barely cleared committee on a party line vote, and it still doesn't have the votes to pass the House floor. Fiscal hawks hate that there's zero plan to pay for it. The White House sent J.D. Vance to twist arms in person. And with midterms in November, this bill is the Republican pitch to voters. That's your headline report. Follow for more.
I've talked about a lot of this before. Obviously, Iran war does not need more funding because we need to get the hell out of it instead of pushing for it and still aiming for the same concessions that it's been very clear aren't going to happen. In the words of J.D. Vance, we can't bomb our way out of every problem. So that should be obvious, though. You know my take on the Iran war.
Now they're wanting to buy more bombs to bomb our way out of this
our way out of this problem. And then obviously voter ID. That's just to get more minority groups out of voting.
I feel like this is a strategy that the Republicans are doing to kind of force the Democrats, or at least try to force some of the Democrats to vote alongside them on the basis of national security.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
So they can get voter ID without actually having the national debate of voter ID.
Right.
What they criticized Biden for doing on several occasions, by the way.
Right.
But, everything on the pyre for ideology.
Exactly. Here, I'm just going to let this one play. It's more...
Yemen's Houthi rebels are threatening to target Saudi shipping in the Red Sea. Now, this is important because Saudi Arabia, like other Gulf nations, have been affected by Iran's chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz, through which about a fifth of all the world's oil and natural gas passed in peacetime. Now, as the Iran war has been going on, Saudi Arabia has been using a pipeline to take oil to a Red Sea port and then export it from there. But Yemen's Houthi rebels, who the Saudi government and other Middle East nations have been locked in a war with all the way back since 2015, have been threatening to target Saudi ships in the Strait of Hormuz, the Gulf of Aden, and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which, like the Strait of Hormuz, is a key maritime waterway. Now, the Houthis don't have necessarily a large navy to do a naval blockade, but what they do have is Iranian-made drones and missiles. And during the Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip, the Houthis attacked over 100 ships. There's a chance, if the Houthis carry out this threat, that they could disrupt Saudi oil shipments to Asia. That would have a big impact on global energy prices, which already are straining with the resumption of hostilities between Iran and the U.S. over the last several days.
This war is getting so fucking... We're cooked.
We're cooked, bro. We're gonna be cooked for a good while until...
Yeah,
I feel like the only
so
way the war ends is if Donald J. loses in the midterms when we force them to stop this war. That's the only way. That's what makes this midterm so important. Keep in mind, people, this midterm is going to determine whether we can stop this. Stop our country from going into another forever war.
For the love of wherever you are, vote. It's not an option. Vote. Do it. This is so important. If I'm so nervous because it's looking very good for the left, the midterms, but also
it is.
It looked bad for Trump in 2024, and look what happened. And I mean,
well, the difference is that keep in mind, there's a lot of differences. Like
there are differences. Like for example, the biggest thing is that our candidates are popular this time. So
yeah, and also in the voters registration, let me take a quick gander off of. I always have it on standby because I like looking at it so much. The 50-1 poll and averages for the general ballot, which means which party has roughly more people joining or becoming Democrats versus Republicans. During the 2014, they had it good, like up 3% from us. But now Democrats are outperforming Republicans on the general ballot by 5%, even bigger than the margin that won them the 2024 election. So
right,
don't be too nervous. Just
I'm nervous. I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it like factually speaking, we got this. We're going to do very well in the midterms. That's what it's looking like. But I'm just like, what if we don't? Is lingering. So, but I mean, which is why you guys all need to vote, for the love of God. Cannot stress that enough.
Vote. The big old V. You gotta always do it.
Yeah, but it's good. We're gonna do well. Chances are we're gonna do well. It's just me being nervous.
I know, but yeah, just keep in mind, don't let it fuck up your day to day.
Yeah, no, I'm
nervous
not
now, but use that nervousness and transform it into a form of hope and to push yourself to do more.
Yeah, no, I'm pushing forward. I'm just a little on edge.
That's fair.
But that's very cool. I did not know that about the 5%. That's super cool.
Also, in the another good news, just since we're talking about polls, in the remember that poll that said that Assayed was down by 2%?
Yes, I noticed that. It went back up. He's up.
Yep, 7% now. He's up 7%, even bigger than before.
I should have talked about that because I was going to talk about that this week about how he was down in polls. And then I went to go check the polls. I'm like, you know what? I should check exactly what they are just so I know what I'm talking about. And he's back up. So I'm like, oh shit. Well, guess I don't gotta talk about it.
just want to point out.
But I'm glad that it got brought up nonetheless.
You can clearly see where Haley Stevens got more popular after she got a ton of money from AIPAC.
I knew you were going to say AIPAC, bro.
Well, come on, it's true.
No. I mean, no. Not come on. I knew you were gonna. I'm not blaming you. I'm going like, of course it was AIPAC. Of course,
yeah.
But we'll get more to the midterms after we are done talking about the Middle Eastern War, actually. So they've killed a good amount of U.S. soldiers, which is not typical for the wars that we're usually good about keeping our soldiers alive.
On our side.
Yeah, our soldiers typically stay alive, and when we do lose war, it's usually for like economic reasons. But we have lost a good couple soldiers in this war so far. And another thing interesting is that 100 House Democrats voted to end aid to Israel. 100.
That's awesome.
It is massive.
Yes.
And it does
show
much
bigger. Because last time it happened, I think when they had tried to do that, I think only like how many voted for it? Like only like 50 or some shit like that.
It was low.
Like doubled it.
Yeah, it has gotten so much larger.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Here, let me go ahead and play.
Maybe after the midterms, we can finally end it.
Actually, I don't need to play a video for that. Yeah, after the midterms, I think it'll be because I think 100. It was, yeah. By the midterms, it'll be way more than like majority. We should be good.
Oh no way!
Hold on, wait. We don't gotta talk about this yet. But we are gonna talk about this.
Oh.
We don't gotta talk about it yet. Do you know what it is? Have you seen it?
I have not. I'm excited.
Oh, okay, no. That's for midterms, but we're still in the Middle Eastern War. So, you know what, I'll just quickly get this one out of the way. A Turkish-operated cargo vessel broke in half in Iran. This is the thing that happened, and this next one is huge. So you know how Hamas dissolved itself?
Yeah.
Well, I talked about that last week. So did
because they realized, sadly, because of the world going on, their organization is not going to be able to bring the liberation of Gaza. They disbanded.
So did the Israeli Knesset. Keeping now it is, I mean, pretty much dissolved itself. It's only passing broadly supported legislation, and quote-unquote security measures and regulatory matters, but they're not actually going to operate as like a democratic, like, you know, republic like the way that our government operates until the next election.
When is the next election?
It was supposed to happen fucking forever ago.
Yeah,
I don't know when
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, for the first time in, like, I think 50 years, I think it was the 70s when Israel last did that. They're like, oh, we're in war. It's like, yeah, your fucking country is a war. That country is a war. But, like, but, you know, let me look up, when's the next Israel? If they even have one fucking scheduled. October 27th is when it's supposed to happen. And Netanyahu is not popular. People do not like Netanyahu. Even far-right people in Israel think that, like, he's bad for their country, so...
Yeah, because he's doing a terrible job right now.
Yeah.
Leading this war.
He's less popular than Trump, even. He's in America.
Really? No way.
I'm pretty... I might be wrong. I mean, that was me just saying, like, that was an opinion. Factually speaking, I'm not actually... Here, let me look up an opinion. Netanyahu approval ratings. Let's check live.
Checking live?
Checking live. His disapproval is between 58 and 69. So it's... That actually might be higher.
That is higher. Hold up. Let me check. I'm pretty sure that is higher. Let me check the 51.
Yeah, what's Trump's disapproval rating?
It's literally the same. It's 59. 59.2 right now.
So okay, yeah, so Netanyahu's the Trump of Israel, basically. Anyway, yeah, so that's good news. Hopefully, you know, we'll see that.
I guess that's how they got along. He's just a Donald Trump, but in Israel.
Yeah. But let's move on to the midterms, and you got really excited. This is Marsha Blackburn, and she wants to crack down on China.
What?
Oh, she's great, and these are the fucking people who are in government, by the way.
How hard am I gonna crack down on China? Well, here's a clue.
Marsha Blackburn worked with President Trump to take on communist China. As governor, Marsha will fight to protect Tennessee land from Chinese front companies, close loopholes, and hunt down every communist who tries to defy us.
It doesn't take a fortune cookie to figure it out. Here in Tennessee...
Wow, you're making it really racist and anti-Chinese. You could just say, we're not going to allow foreign people to buy large amounts of land.
Also, what a waste. I want to eat fortune cookies.
Yeah, they're so fucking good.
They're so good. Also, I'm fairly certain fortune cookies were an American invention. I don't even think they were made in China.
I'm pretty sure that's also true. May have been Panda Express or something. I'm not sure.
Hold on, we got...
crack down on China.
There's more, though.
Some say I'm too tough, that I should be more delicate. But you know what?
I don't think anyone says that.
It's time to break some China. China stole our jobs.
Oh my God.
Sent us a virus.
He sent us a virus.
They're buying up our land and spying on us.
I'm
Marsha Blackburn, and I approve this.
What do you say?
I said you could say you can. It's fair to complain that they're buying up a lot of land because they are, but you could say that about all billionaires. It's not unique.
Yeah. You know who also is buying up land? Billionaires within the U.S. Like that's
fucking BlackRock. They own like a good percentage of all houses.
Yeah. Anyway, do you know who's running for governor in Minnesota?
No, I actually don't.
It might be a familiar face.
Okay. Let me see. What is?
No, I'm just gonna keep someone who makes pillows.
The My Pillow guy? No fucking way, dude.
Field for Minnesota governor.
Running for governor.
Crowded field for Minnesota governor. Just added another candidate. My Pillow founder Mike Lindell announced his campaign today. Our Caroline Cummings has been tracking the announcement and brings us
we gotta hear him talk. I'm pretty sure he talks in this.
Oh fuck yeah! Shut up, bitch.
Let the man talk.
A real man is talking. A real American.
No, they don't let him talk. It just plays videos of him talking.
Former employee of Dominion Voting Systems, and in another case, a judge found he defamed another election equipment company when he claimed those
he got sued to shit
to switch votes from
because
President Trump to President Biden.
At the start, okay, I was. When this happened, I was kind of in a weird period because my workshop teacher was trying to get me watch OAN, if you know what that is.
I don't know OAN.
OAN, it's another like super mega conservative broadcasting like Newsmax, but it's I think
your what teacher?
My shop teacher. The point of that is that since he would tell us all the time we should watch this, and one thing he would always say is like, he's just asking questions, and my pillow guy's just asking questions. There's nothing wrong with that. So I was kind of sympathetic to him, and I don't actually know a lot about it.
I mean, he basically was to the same level of like Tucker Carlson levels of like, no, Dominion is stealing the election, and like he was going up. He wasn't even just like, he's not like some small guy posting on Twitter either. He's like the CEO of a giant company, and also he was up on like at Trump rallies on his stage talking about how the 2020 election was stolen. And even now, what is he running on? Minnesota deserves a governor who will stand against all fraud, who will go after anyone who steals our tax dollars. No one is above the law. Against all fraud.
God.
Oh, and also he's low-key...
Somali campaign.
Also, he's low-key big on... do you know how much his pillows cost? It's a very specific number. $14.88. That is a huge Nazi dog whistle.
$14.80. That is very oddly specific.
Have you seen? Because a lot of people just know like the 88.
I don't know about that. I never really made the connection because because his ads come up all the time on Newsmax. So
yeah.
I do my thing.
Yeah.
So I see his commercials often. I never really made the connection to that. That's a good point. I didn't realize that.
It's a very big dog whistle, which is super cool.
My thing was like, I every time I saw that, I was like, man, that's a little bit just like tiny bit of expensive than the store than a pillow I could buy at the store. I didn't realize it had a more cynical meaning to it.
Right. And just to explain it, the 14 is for 14 words by domestic terrorist David Lane, who says that we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. That guy. Super cool guy. And then 88 stands for Heil Hitler because H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So 88.
Yeah, they had to do this weird-ass language because they were pushed so far underground before Donald J. It was actually really gross to be a Nazi, but sadly,
and now you can just do a Nazi salute. You're cool.
Yeah, literally. Proud Boys, are up and active. What the fuck is that? Well, last week we covered a group that went on a train and just scared a bunch of black people for no reason.
Right.
What was that? What group was that again? Because they've been growing quite a bit too. Because
I think that was the Proud Boys. Was it?
No, that's not Proud Boys. No, Proud Boy. I know because Proud Boys is coloring is gold and black. Their coloring was the red, white, and blue American flag with the weird Nazi symbol on it.
I have no clue. Tim Walz responded.
Tim Walz, hell yeah!
I keep forgetting he's the governor.
Why do you have to drop out?
We've seen what happens when we elect a common into the highest office in America. We can't let it happen here in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not running next year. I think he's like retiring from politics probably because he's not rerunning as governor.
Yeah, just be a dad now, bro. I liked Tim Walz more than I liked Kamala, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was more charismatic and down.
He was a lot more charismatic. I didn't like when he was debating JD Vance, and he's like, "We're just bros," and I'm like, He's too nice for his own good. He's too nice for his own good. You can't be too nice in politics.
I feel like that's what partial was his downfall, because he wasn't really mean to the Republicans in his state, because he was just too nice of a guy.
Yeah.
I respect that. He can retire in grace.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't this the one I sent you?
Yeah. How scary is a Democratic Socialist candidate? Apparently not as scary as a MAGA one. So, no shit. Obviously. And I haven't even read this article, actually. You did read the article, because I remember you were talking about,
I did, because...
They were using outdated polls, or you said...
They were using poll numbers from 2019 to back their claims, to make it as close as possible, because Democratic Socialists are not nearly as unpopular as they were back then. Socialism is actually, I think...
Socialism is now... And CNN reported on this. That one guy in New York who's, like, super popular, who does the poll numbers and all that, he did that, and socialism is now more popular amongst Democratic voters than capitalism is. So, you know...
Absolutely.
Anyway,
I just hated it, because I was like, brother, that's so fucking silly. Like, people think, like, 50% of the country think that they don't. Like, it's maybe 40%, but it's not 50 like it used to be.
Right.
Back in 2019. Like, they obviously pulled those numbers up specifically to make them look more bad.
Yeah.
To kind of counter the point that, oh, they're actually electable everywhere. But no, they're still trying to say that they're not.
Yeah.
Pushing down, you know. Because they're owned by a billionaire.
Exactly.
Andrew Blake. Search up that name. Please. I need you to search up that name, because I'm pretty sure he is...
Well, that's not a very good photo. That's more...
Oh, search up Andrew Blake, fucking, CNN.
Oh yeah, these are a lot of different Andrew Blakes.
Somewhere. And
John Blake?
Yeah. 2 p.m. No, it was Andrew Blake. That's on his. No, wait, it was Aaron Blake or Aaron Blake. Sorry, not Andrew Blake. There he is, that motherfucker. All right, go to his Wikipedia, because I'm pretty sure he had some connection to the Israeli lobby at one point.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't quote me on that. I might be thinking of something else. Spill some tea.
No, I'm not gonna do the AI. Yeah, let me do Aaron Brain Wikipedia. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Senior report.
That's a different one. That's on the CNN website.
Yeah, but they might still say some stuff about that. Blake doesn't.
I didn't see nothing about Israel. I believe we'll just have to research that deeper.
You know what? We'll do a recap on the story after we've done a bit of research there, Andrew Blake.
Yeah.
I swear I heard his name before somewhere about being one of the reporters at CNN that's kind of, more sympathetic to the Israeli cause and whatnot.
Right.
But I may have been misremembering. I don't want to slander the man's name, so I'm going to drop it for now.
Okay, that's fair. But moving on to worldwide news, the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate and his brother, whatever the fuck the guy's name was, Tristan, were arrested in the UK for some pretty bad charges. Pretty bad shit.
Oh no, what did they do?
Tonight, British authorities are seeking the extradition of Andrew and Tristan Tate. The prominent influencers in the so-called manosphere were arrested by federal marshals in Miami. CBS's Christian Benavidez is there with details on the new charges. Christian.
Good evening, Jerika. The Tate brothers were taken into custody as they were heading to a boxing event that one of them was set to co-host here in Miami. They've indicated that they're likely going to fight those extradition charges back to the United Kingdom.
U.S. Marshals arrested notorious social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate in Miami on Saturday, stemming from recent developments in the UK. Authorities there, who already had a case against the duo, say 4 more alleged victims of the brothers came forward with accusations of rape, sex trafficking, assault, child and extreme pornography.
Oh my God.
Bringing the total
Child
number
could he be
another Epstein?
I've
I've
heard connections between him and Epstein as well.
From 2010 to 2017.
The men are part of
Timeline
the
adds up.
so-called
Andrew Tate,
manosphere,
Epstein
boasting
2.0,
millions of
let's go.
followers
Yeah.
and selling online courses on masculinity. In 2022,
That's so
the
fucking
Tate
dumb.
brothers
I always
were
thought that was
arrested in
stupid.
Romania on rape, human trafficking, and sexual exploitation charges. The case did
Jesus
not go to trial, but remains open.
These
Last
were the
year,
same
brothers
charges
left
he was charged in
for
Romania,
Florida.
too.
That was showing the Romanian charges there.
Oh,
The
shit.
active investigation is
Their activity. The Tate brothers deny
pretty
all
much most of the same stuff, but then also CSAM and abuse porn. So, yeah.
CSAM? Oh, no.
Yeah, CSAM and whatever the proper word is for that, but for just videos of adults being raped as well. So, yeah, super awesome stuff. Yeah.
Tell CBS News the world knows Andrew and Tristan
Donald Trump
Tate are
protected these
innocent.
guys. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, he said the world knows Tristan and Andrew Tate are innocent. Yeah, sure, bud. All right, cool.
If the world fucking knows it, why are so many girls fucking coming out?
Russia
Right.
launched one of the
How do you pronounce the? Is it Kyiv?
Kiev.
Kiev. It's just Kiev. Okay.
Kiev. Yeah, it is just Kiev.
Russian missiles.
It's one of the few.
Go ahead.
It's one of the few. It doesn't really matter. It's one of the few words that kind of sound. You say it like how it's spelled.
I thought I heard it pronounced Kyiv, but yeah.
It might be Kiev. I pronounce it Kiev. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Russia launched one of the biggest missiles they have. On Kyiv.
Ukraine war's biggest ballistic missile attack.
Yeah, and I know why they probably did it, because Ukraine has been.
Yeah, you go off. This is your
thing. Thank you. They've been moving from hitting military, strictly military targets to targets that really help their economy.
Yeah, like they hit like oil, haven't they?
Oil, and one thing they've been hitting recently a lot is warehouses, because there's a company in that runs in Moscow. It's practically like the Russian Amazon, I heard it was compared to. That they're like big storage things holding a ton of both military equipment, because the company makes military hardware too on the side, mostly stuff for drones, a lot. Like things to hold grenades, the drones themselves, other equipment.
Yeah.
As well being an important hub for economic activity in Moscow. And sadly, it hurts a lot of small and medium businesses. So a lot of people will be cost fire of that. But Russia could stop this anytime if they leave. It's not that hard. And as a result, these strikes are probably, or those strikes were probably a form of what will you call it? Like retaliatory strikes on actual civilian housing and infrastructure. Killing more civilians to try to get them to surrender, but fortunately Ukraine stays strong, and they're not going to give up because they keep trying to kill more civilians. That should fortify their fight, what they're fighting against.
Right.
Little tyrant nation that's used to exterminate them. Just like fucking Israel.
Yeah. And there are actually people who support I think it's so funny when people support Ukraine and Israel at the same time.
Because they can't put the two and two. That's how you know. That's the difference between someone who is like genuinely an anti-imperialist and someone who is just brainwashed by.
You keep talking. I'm gonna blow my nose. Hold on.
Whatever. America is doing. When you support both Ukraine and Palestine, that is a consistent worldview of a support for sovereignty for all people and all nations and people who want to have their own nation. But if you support, Ukraine and Israel, you're just sort of following along whatever the State Department says and whatever side the United States wants to support. That's all I have to say about that, but I guess I'll talk about some other stuff too. It's raining out. That's not cool. I mean, it is kind of cool. So, I got new pins.
Yay!
Yeah, sorry, I finished my piece and I was struggling to figure out what to talk about next.
You're good.
Damn it.
Well, another thing that's funny about that is I love when people are like, "Oh, but but if you think about it, Israel and Ukraine are just two countries fighting for independence."
Brother, Ukraine, they're literally invading Gaza.
Yeah, it's like this isn't independence anymore. This is land grabbing. But
they have victims of the war.
Yeah,
their nation state is not a victim.
Right. And you mentioned this earlier though. Andy Burnham. You were talking about this before.
Yeah.
He's in there now, and let's just he is the new prime minister.
Prime Minister of the Labour Party. Let's see if he actually gonna do anything.
Oh yeah, the Labour Party. Yay! I should specify, not of the Prime Minister of the Labour Party. Let's see if he's gonna do anything.
I will soon
let's see
go
if he's
through
gonna...
that door behind.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I will soon go through that door behind me and issue my first instruction to end rough sleeping in our country.
The promise to end rough sleeping is reminiscent of a pledge made by Andy Burnham back in 2017, the first time he was elected Mayor of Greater Manchester. Over the 9 years, they did make significant progress, but it was clear early on that it could be a challenge too far. Throughout his time as Mayor, he often claimed that issues outside of his control were exacerbating the problem. The underlying housing crisis, cost of living pressures, and refugees being evicted from Home Office hotels, he said, helped keep the numbers stubbornly high. The government said that the rough sleeping crisis is due to systemic failures from government in its policies. Now as Prime Minister, Andy Burnham is hoping his new 5-year strategy, including a kickstart of an extra £340 million, will finally start to fix the problem.
It really is not a lot. It's not gonna fit. But
he's like a center left social democrat.
Yeah,
which I'm glad someone more left is taking control of England. The Labour Party is actually being the Labour Party rather than the Conservative Party 2.0. But we'll guess we'll have to see what happens and see if he actually changes anything major.
Yeah, hopefully it's not entirely status quo.
England is not that bullshit.
Do what?
God knows that the United Kingdom had enough of that bullshit over the past decades.
But sorry, that might be confusing to you. We're actually not even going to get to that right now. We're going to get to something else.
You need to tell me.
No, it's just gonna. It's just gonna sit. For audio listeners, there's a Ozzy Fox cartoon is just sitting. It's very odd looking, but we're gonna get to that in a second. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna get. Shit. This is gonna be so distasteful, but I'm actually gonna get through a couple sad things while this is sitting here on the screen. Oh my god.
I love that. Nah,
okay.
That's great.
Okay, so obviously the Canadian wildfires. Because we're in the climate change section now. This is the climate change section. We already talked mostly about the Canadian wildfires. 50% tariffs on Canada that will go into effect in 30 days, and I think that was yesterday, so it's 29 days now, including items previously protected by the U.S.-Canada deal, claiming willful negligence, and then also the Venezuelan quakes. Oh my god, I'm talking about this. I'm gonna have to do the fucking speed. Why are you trying not to laugh, bro? Because I have that fucking thing on my screen. The Venezuelan quakes have left. Jesus.
You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
The Venezuelan quakes have left 4,561 people dead. 16,740 people injured, which actually, that is an insane number. 16,000.
That is for an earthquake? Absolutely.
Yeah, so many quakes. It's multiple. 16,740 people injured, and 17,907 people homeless, with 20,231 people housed, spread across 107 different temporary camps.
Jesus.
Climate change is so real. This is a huge problem.
This is definitely going to really fuck up the interim government's ability to...
Yeah.
I guess I should say the post-Maduro administration.
Give me 1 second. You keep talking. Hold on.
The post-Maduro administration is definitely going to have a hard time recovering the country from the decades-long blockade and sanctions caused by the United States and the internal instability within the nation, from the unpopularity of Maduro and the lack of a good alternative that's not owned by the United States, or probably would be.
Thank God I can have tabled. I've been given pizza.
Pizza.
But that's go on.
Nah, that was about my piece. I was just saying this is going to make it extra hard for the post-Maduro government to recover Venezuela.
Yeah, it needs to get to a point. Absolutely. We need to get to a point where we're like, okay. You get to a point where it's like, how can we sum this up as a bunch of coincidences? This is not a bunch of random quakes and a bunch of random natural disasters. This is insane. But people just suck it up as, oh, well, that shit happens. It didn't.
Yeah, true. I like to imagine that God is mad at Donald J. for kicking out Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I shouldn't say that. That's really mean.
God
is mad at...
I don't think it's mean. But here we have... I'll explain this to you now. This is Disney's
now
new...
you have to...
This is Disney's new AI show.
No! AI? Disney, you fucking kidding me?
Disney is doing...
Man.
They said they weren't going to. Now they're doing it already. They're partnering with some AI company. I don't think it's entirely AI. Not excusing it. I'm just putting it out there. But, I don't know. Let's look at the trailer.
Yeah, let's see.
Shh! We're playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here we come!
You can definitely tell it's AI!
Mama and Papa said, clean up time!
Oh, no.
I said, no way! I'm still playing! Then we turned it into another game. Rules are, clean up before they find me.
Where's Ozzy? Found you!
Here I am! Mission complete! High five your tail, tap your feet! Ozzy Fox on YouTube!
It's catchy, but it doesn't look that good.
No, I think even I low-key think the music is AI. I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, for honestly, it's gonna melt your fucking brain.
What's up, Zoran?
This is real.
Yeah, low-key, it really doesn't look good at all.
No.
Which really goes to show it's like, reminder, this is Disney. We've all seen what Disney animation can do.
$1 billion company.
Yeah, what is this garbage?
They fucking made this. Didn't they made the Spider-Verse movies and shit? Disney, or at least Pixar, right? Who made that?
No, that was Marvel, silly. Sony. You're thinking of Sony.
Oh, Marvel.
Sony.
Oh, sorry.
You're good, but they have still made very stunning films, even when they're not like the best looking, like realistic or what. Like they've still also made things that are just like really pretty looking.
Hand-drawn animation of Aladdin and shit, and now they're devolved.
Now they're doing this. But yeah, so that's really cool.
This is why the billionaire class shouldn't have control of Disney or any major companies.
I need to give AI its own section. I threw this in there because it's climate change and it's hurting the climate so much, but AI is present enough now for it to get its own section.
Oh, absolutely.
I also made like 12 million different sections, so...
Because there's just been such a huge lashback, I've been keeping track of how much projects get canceled because of public pressure. I think it's almost at like over $1 billion now, which is awesome. Stopping these data centers that suck up water and do shockingly increase the cost of electricity.
Complaining doesn't help anyone, they say.
Takes up a lot of space. Yeah, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't do anything that good. Like, if you want to build a data center, fucking put it underground or something. You don't need to put it in the middle of a beautiful fucking community.
Right.
It's so dumb.
My city has so many data. I think we have like 14 data centers in my city. It's awful.
I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
Thankfully, I don't.
Do you hear the hum?
Thankfully, I don't live that close to any of them. Thank God.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's good. You're safe from the hum.
Yeah. Probably because I don't know. Anyway, this is awful. This is horrendous. Moving on. Moving on to the ICE Gestapo section.
Brother, I'm sorry, homie.
President Trump.
Homie, that's such a weird thing to transition to. AI furry show, and now we're doing it. ICE.
Yeah, so ICE weird. Gestapo. Yeah. So obviously we talked about this. We talked about the ICE killing last week.
We did. We talked about the ICE killing and
how they wanted to stop traffic stops.
Yeah, and then Donald Trump's like, no, I want to make sure more people die.
Exactly.
I want to make sure more people get shot and killed.
The men and women of ICE are doing a great job. One that has to be done. Crime is way down in America. Objectively not true. In many cases with numbers that haven't been seen in decades. In many cases with numbers that haven't...
It's true in some places, but it's certainly not because of fucking ICE.
Like one of the places it's true, for instance, is in New York City. Crime is crazy down since Mamdani got in.
Yeah, because ICE wasn't even that majorly involved in...
No, they made sure... They were, like, making sure ICE... They had, like, LA, like... Not as crazy as LA, but...
I'm going to say... You know what I'm going to say? ICE is causing crime.
They're criminals.
Crime because they're making people scared. They're criminals. They're causing crime. They're killing people and getting away with it.
The open border policy of Sleepy Joe Biden allowed 25 million people to pour into our country. Oh no. So many brown people. Unchecked and unvetted. Many were criminals, and we have to get them out. In order to do this, we must be strong, tough, and smart. We cannot give up one of ICE's most important and effective crime-fighting tools, the traffic stop.
The traffic stop. Like, he still types like everything is the fucking end of the world. Like,
yeah.
Bro, ICE is not going to stop being...
The radical left...
Sure, they're not going to shoot random...
Internet? Oh, that's my end.
People.
My end was fucking up a little bit. My PC lagged.
Sorry, I saw that. You did.
My frame rate's low. Alright, whatever. The radical left Democrats would like to see it done, but it won't happen on my watch. ICE, be judicious, fair, and smart, and go back and do your very important job. Keep those crime stats records coming. Remember, you are loved and respected in America. No, you're not. Fuck you guys.
No, you're not.
If you're an ICE agent, actually, fuck you. You're a piece of shit, genuinely. No, because, like, I think there are some cops out there, like, and I do believe in ACAB, but I think there are some cops out there,
oh yeah,
who went in there misled and go in there like, I'm gonna make the world a better place. I don't think there's a single ICE agent who's a good person, not one.
Oh, not. It takes a certain amount of hatred for immigrants to want to literally go after them as a job.
Right. Exactly. No, in 1 year, ICE agents misused crowd control weapons 412 times.
Literally terrorists.
Yeah.
Literally terrorist activities.
And some more information came out on the ICE killer in Maine. David, Brulette, I think is how you say it. I don't know, something like that. He did unspeakable...
Wait,
yeah, the guy who killed the guy in Maine.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying, yeah, maybe rephrase ice killer, but rather a
right
murderer.
The murderer, the ICE agent who killed somebody.
There you go.
He did unspeakable actions of physical abuse to his daughters and wife. He said his ex-girlfriend and her entire bloodline should die. In a voicemail he left, he said their throats should all be slit or something like that.
That sounds like a stable person.
Yeah, and for these reasons, he tried to join the military, and for these reasons, the military rejected him.
Oh my God, he was rejected by the military.
Yes, he was rejected by the U.S. military. The U.S. military went, "You're too violent," but apparently ICE, they were cool with it.
For him to slit your girlfriend's neck open, that's...
Yeah. They claimed he didn't have a body cam because it was delayed by the shutdown, but in the body cam footage, there was tons of other ICE officers wearing body cams.
Yeah, he clearly was just not choosing to wear it.
And they had a new hire program a while ago where they just hired a bunch of fucking people doing like no background checks, and they claimed that he wasn't part of it, which is entirely a lie. It's proven he was.
Because otherwise, there's no way they would have reasonably hired him if they knew that shit was in his background.
And the border czar thinks that ICE cameras will make Americans like ICE more. They'll be like, I think we should do body cameras because then Americans will see the things that they go through and they'll see why they did these things. And I'm like, you know what? Great. I'm on board. Put body cameras on all of them.
I would love them to show a murder up close.
Yeah, when he said that, I'm like, oh, okay, he's not just a Nazi, he's actually stupid and thinks that these, Another really cool thing that happened recently, an ICE officer smashed a window of a disabled Iraq war veteran while he was on his way to work, pepper sprayed him, dragged him out at gunpoint, and locked him up for 3 days, and he got no charges. Just so you know, all of the ICE murders, all the ICE agents who killed people, none of them have been charged yet. Not one. Alex Preddy murder, no charges. Renee Good murderer, no charges.
Brother, I feel like we have to start protecting our own communities at this point, because otherwise they could just kill you and get away with it. Nothing can be done.
Yeah,
so fucked.
Absolutely. Anywho, moving on to Nazi Watch.
Yay, my favorite part.
So I actually just pulled the timestamp up. This is the I searched through the
nice.
The transcript.
Now that's professionalism.
Yeah. Now this is the part. I'm just gonna let it play. I'm just gonna let Joe Rogan talk because we all know Joe Rogan's a right winger, but let's hear him out on this one.
You know, there's a lot of talk about how much is the Israeli government influencing American politics, and there are certainly certain people within the Israeli government who hate the deal, and we see exact evidence. There was a Times story that came out yesterday that basically there are certain influencers in America who are being paid in order to attack the deal. I think some of it's just pure political ideology, right? It's foreign policy perspectives that are much different from mine. They think that America should just that we can basically you can wave a magic wand with the military and accomplish whatever you want. And you know, it's not that simple. You actually have to have a very clear objective. Military power can accomplish a clear objective, but you've got to have that clear objective. You can't just say, we're going to bomb until something good happens.
Maybe I lied.
That never works. The United States has tried that before. So I think it's a combination of things. But I definitely think you have seen this very discreet, extremely well-funded campaign to try to derail the negotiation and try to derail the deal. And, you know, there's governments try to influence the United States all the time. I don't mind I don't even mind states all the time. Try to influence.
Maybe it's here.
You know,
sorry, I lied. Apparently,
try to influence the United States all the time. You know, Israel does it. Other countries do it. It's just sort of the nature.
Oh my God,
of the beast.
justifying it.
What bothers me is actually when Americans allow the American leadership allows that influence to affect their judgment and to affect what they are advocating for. That's what really bothers me. People are always going to try to influence the United States of America, whether they're allies of ours or whether they're enemies of ours. But again, when I open up the pages of Time magazine and I see that there's a literal foreign influence campaign being funded to tank the very deal that I was pursuing, and oh, by the way, many of the people who were receiving that money were actually attacking me in completely dishonest ways, my response to that is, well, go to hell. I'm going to do what I have to do for the American people. I represent Americans first, and that's the way that I've tried to do this job.
Israel first.
And Joe, the crazy thing is, people don't realize this. I'm actually in this.
Come on,
there's this massive pro-Israel, anti-Israel debate.
What the fuck?
In the United States of America. I'm like the reasonable moderate, and I think that's what so many.
Are you?
People don't realize is, I've been accused of being an anti-Semite.
I've been
accused
for
of
what reason?
Quite literally for I've been accused of trying to. I guess some people say that I've insulted the Jewish religion, which is insane.
Here it is.
Opinion.
Well, the narrative is that Israel has a very disproportionate effect on American politics.
Yeah, I see that. I see that narrative. I mean, I actually think that they. Look, do they try to influence American politics? Yes. But like I said earlier, a lot of other countries do. I think
to the extent that Israel does,
I think some are better at it than others. I think the Israelis are definitely more effective at it than most, but I wouldn't say that they're the
they're just good at it. They don't do it lies.
They're just really good. They're just really good at puppeteering us.
I mean, why wouldn't you? It's a country of 9 million people. We have 330 million people. And so, of course, they're going to try to persuade Americans. They're going to try to move Americans in one direction or another.
It's so brain
I think that's
dead.
just the nature of the beast.
But it's more than that. The concern is that they're spying on American politicians. That they're
true, because they are.
There's concerns about funding. There's concerns about influence. There's concerns about whether or not politicians are, whether they're aligned with Israel or whether they're aligned with the United States first.
Well, there's certainly, I definitely get those concerns, but my sense is that the way that all foreign influence works in the United States is people try to manipulate American public opinion, and then from manipulating a public opinion, they try to get the outcomes that they want. I mean, this thing is a very good example of this. So, we know, I'm telling you, beyond a reasonable doubt, we know that the negotiation strategy that the president has asked us to pursue, and again, with limitations, like when the Iranians hit ships, the president has been willing to knock the hell out of the Iranians in response. This is not just a negotiation. It's negotiations, military, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there have been people within the Israeli government who are trying to actually shift us away from that policy because they want to continue the military campaign. And by the way, there are people within their government that I love, I have good relationships with. I hope, and I don't think that they're part of this. I mean, the ambassador of Israel to the United States, I think, is actually a really good guy. Obviously,
is he letting him yap now?
But there are some people in their system we know beyond a shadow of a doubt who are manipulating and trying to change American public opinion to keep the war going on indefinitely. Again, not towards any objective.
1.75. Shut the fuck up.
So does it happen? Yes. But I guess what I would say to the Americans who see this and are frustrated by it, my attitude would be, you should be frustrated at American leaders who are, persuaded by this, affected by this. Countries are going to do what countries do. I really don't. It doesn't bother me that Qatar tries to influence the United States.
Brother, he's a nothing burger. He's just,
a lot of Israelis.
He's not answering the question.
And Joe Rogan's just letting him yap now. What the hell?
Being a political leader in 2026. What does bother me is when those operations, those influence campaigns, actually affect American political judgment, because they shouldn't. Because we should be thinking, what is in the best interest of the United States of America?
They do all the time.
Is affecting American political judgment?
Oh, wait, let me.
Is in the best interest of the United States of America.
Do you think that Israel is affecting American political judgment?
I did a long pause for that one, huh?
I mean,
I certainly think that there are a lot of talking points and there are a lot of arguments that make their way into American political discourse. I think there are a lot of social media campaigns that definitely influence Americans and affect Americans. Do I think that it's been dispositive on any particular issue? I think that's a much more difficult question.
Do you think that we would have started this war in Iran without the influence of Israel?
I think the president, completely separate from any influence from Israel, believes very strongly, and again, I agree with this, that Iran should not have a nuclear weapon.
Right,
and I
but
think he was willing
after
to do things.
Bombed them in June, right? That was the initial attack, right?
June of last year.
Yeah.
Midnight Hammer, yeah.
Right. Do you think he would have continued with the most recent campaign if it wasn't for the influence of Israel.
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Look, I mean, I think...
Bullshit.
Yeah. All right, I think it's enough of
He's
that.
a self-interested man.
Yeah.
He would obviously do that. He wouldn't go continue the war unless Israel convinced him.
Right. But moving on from Nazi watch to hog watch.
Yeah.
Hogs are really mad because the actress in the Odyssey. Have you seen the Odyssey?
I have read the Odyssey.
Okay.
Are they coming out with a new movie?
You don't even know about it? Chat, you don't even know about it. Chat, you don't even know.
Don't, bro. I'm an ignorant fool when it comes to movies.
So this movie is massive. Yes, they're coming out with a movie about the Odyssey, and it's directed by Christopher Nolan. Do you know your directors? Yeah, I was gonna say Christopher Nolan's a big name. And there's a lot of big actors in it.
Any other thing I would know that I can't name anything off the top of my head.
Let's
see.
Oppenheimer.
Oh fuck yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen Oppenheimer.
I'm gonna feel so stupid. I'm gonna feel so stupid if this wasn't him. So I have to make sure. Yeah, Interstellar, The Dark Knight, Oppenheimer, Inception, Dunkirk, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises.
The dark movie. That's gonna be great for an Odyssey. The Odyssey is a dark book.
Who did Batman versus Superman? We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
Actually, I don't even know because he didn't direct Batman versus Superman. That was Zack Snyder. Yeah, he did. He had something to do with it. He probably produced it.
He's good at dark and gritty stuff. So when he tried to do characters that are not supposed to be dark and brooding.
Well, that's the thing. He must have produced that because he didn't direct Batman versus Superman or all those were Zack Snyder. So that must have been
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder was the big gritty superhero movie. Like he did Man of Steel and all this. Anywho.
All right, okay. I that was my mistake.
No, you're good.
So would you say that he's good at making like darker concept of movies, if you get what I mean?
Yes. Definitely. Okay. But I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it tomorrow. The Odyssey. People are mad because the goddess of beauty is being played by a woman that they don't think is pretty. They think she's not that pretty. However, I feel that there might be. It's not Zendaya.
Brother, that woman's beautiful.
It's not this woman. I don't know why this woman's coming up. It's the woman on the left here, who is also beautiful.
Oh. Yeah, you fucking kidding me?
But Zendaya is also beautiful.
Listen,
but
she is an intimidating type of pretty, if you get what I mean.
Wait, what?
Like,
is it Zendaya? Wait. No. Yeah. Zendaya plays Athena, goddess of wisdom and war. The goddess of beauty is Lupita. Yeah, hold on. Lupita. What's her last name? That's it. I've looked her up before because yeah, there she is. This woman is just pretty. This woman is just like what are we talking about?
That is like a beautiful. I could see being that like the goddess of beauty. She looks very pretty.
What are we talking about, bro? What do we mean that she like? They're like, oh, she's not that pretty. She's
clean.
Yeah.
Organized.
It's because it's
hair is always on fleek.
I think there might be a different reason for why they don't like this woman playing the goddess of beauty. Perhaps that it's not a white woman.
Yeah. Even though it's in Greece, and Greece by that time is, would have been brown.
Well, also the thing is because and then what I always like to ask them, like, oh, it has nothing to do with her being black. You're just saying that, and then I'm like, okay, can you name a woman, a black woman that you think is beautiful? They got nothing. Tori Kelly, but from 2010. Like,
I don't even know what that looks like.
Okay, Tori Kelly is a woman who was mixed. And when she started out music, she was she whitewashed herself. And then after a while, she's like, I want to express my blackness from now on. And she stopped doing that. So I was making a joke saying, like, they would, if you had to sing for a pretty black woman, they would say Tori Kelly, but before she started expressing herself.
I get you.
But next on Hogwatch is, have you ever heard The Necessary Conversation?
The Necessary Conversation.
It's a podcast. Hassan has went on here before with this lady and her husband and this guy and his sister. And their parents are super MAGA. Yeah.
Yeah, their parents are super MAGA, but the kids are like super not.
Yeah.
So they fight a lot.
And listen to what the mom. Keep in mind, the mom is very MAGA, but let's just take a listen.
Mom, do you believe ICE when they say Lorenzo Araujo was trying to ram them with his car?
No.
What?
This makes me sick to my stomach.
Hang on. So, in every other case, you've believed it. This one, you're not.
I saw the clip. I watched it. This time when I watched it and saw it, made me sick to my stomach.
Fantastic. So, do you believe this was murder?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So you're a little bit anti-ICE, right?
Yes.
Oh my fucking God. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to continue the show from here.
I've also had some happy medicine today. No, I'm teasing. Yeah, it made me sick to my stomach when I read it and saw it.
So what transpired is like the majority.
This is what happens when people look with their eyes.
This is what's happening.
Well,
like
someone's not whispering into their ears.
This is what happens
when
you
just see it.
Of what
they can
of
realize
who they're taking.
But some are
This is
not.
what happens
the
when you look up.
criminals that do kill people here that shouldn't be here anyway, that have been in and out of jail so many times, they need to go back. They need to go back.
Okay, so she brings out that she does get right wing at the ear. But you know what she actually says, and this isn't in the clip for some reason? They get her to say it. She says, abolish ICE.
Really?
Yeah.
I respect that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
They're doing good work. One step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
One blunder at a time.
One
blunder from the Trump administration.
Moving on to my section called The Good Guys. Which right now is
good news?
Which right now is 2/3 Mamdani.
I know you've said you won't accept.
I will not accept a pay raise.
Can you just elaborate on why?
I haven't knocked on anyone's door in New York City, and they've said their concern is that the mayor makes too little. So
I know you've said
that's such a good response. That's such a good response.
I love that.
Oh, he's so great.
I love that slay. Brother, you know for a fact if Andrew fucking Cuomo would have won somehow, he would have fucking absolutely raised his
Oh my god, yes. Yes. Absolutely. But now he's talking about
Saze Mandani coalition made sure he was not.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, Mamdanistan. But Mamdani is looking for illegal ways to arrest Netanyahu when Netanyahu comes to visit New York City. I'll go ahead and play that. Which why not just go anywhere else? But yeah, anyway, let's listen to it.
It's because it's like a challenge.
Yeah.
He's challenging.
It's a power move.
It's like, look at me, you can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I was reading your interview over the weekend and wanted to ask you more about your conversations with the your legal department about potentially arresting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. I just want to know just what your feelings are when you look at, for example, your administration also reaching out to the Prime Minister of, the Ambassador of Iran. Just how you, reconcile the two of being so critical of the Israeli prime minister, but at the same time meeting with the ambassador of Iran?
So I want to first clear up a few things. Our administration did not reach out to the prime minister of Iran. Our administration received a request from the Iranian consulate, and as soon as I heard of that, I made it clear that we are not meeting and we will not meet with the Israeli consulate here in New York City. And when it comes to Benjamin Netanyahu, we're speaking about someone who's the subject of the International Criminal Court arrest warrant. And he's the subject of this arrest warrant for alleged crimes against humanity, for war crimes, and he's the architect of the genocide against Palestinians in Gaza as Israel's prime minister. These are not facts of my personal assessment, they are facts of public record. And I believe that when someone is charged with an international criminal court warrant, it's something that should be taken seriously, whether it's Benjamin Netanyahu or it's Vladimir Putin or whomever else. What I've also made clear is that my administration will follow all applicable local laws. That is our commitment. That is something that we will follow through on when it comes to an adherence to local law. And that's all I have to add on that.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I hope he does it. That would be so.
Oh my god, that'd be so key.
Anybody else on that list?
Brother, because the president of the United States will have to argue.
My point is that if someone is charged with a warrant for
they
by
have
the
to go
International
against
Criminal Court for these kinds of
Yeah.
crimes, that's something
they
I
signed
believe that should
several
be honored, and I've
declarations
also
that they
said
have to
that
follow.
We will follow our local laws.
The one against crimes against humanity and genocide.
Yeah, right. All right, so a former soldier started a fire outside of a New York City building and fired a pellet gun in protest of ICE.
Saw that. I saw some like left-leaning folks being like, sure, like thinking this is a what do you call it? False flag operation or some shit.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
The false flag. Like,
what do you think?
Or like a. I haven't even. This is gonna be my first exposure to it. Don't even talk about how I put this in the good guys section. We're not gonna. we're not gonna.
Former U.S. Army soldier was arrested this morning in New York City after officials say he ignited a fire outside a federal building that houses ICE offices.
Video shows that suspect lighting the fire fueled by an accelerant. 3 people suffered minor injuries. The FBI says the suspect was carrying anti-ICE propaganda and he was armed with an airsoft rifle and other weapons. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel in the newsroom tonight with a look at escalating violence surrounding immigration enforcement. Casey.
Steve, Heather, investigators say this was not simply a protest that spiraled out of control. Rather, the FBI calling it a targeted attack, and it is also not an isolated one. Investigators say 43-year-old Andrew Arbaka poured gasoline on the ground, ignited a large firework, then fired 5 to 7 airsoft pellets toward the federal building this morning in Lower Manhattan. 3 people suffered minor injuries. Authorities say he also
I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he fire airsoft bullets and try to set the front of the...
Either he's low-key not all there anymore and he needs to go to therapy for whatever he experienced in the military, or it's the false flag. Yeah, I don't know.
That's so silly.
It is a very, very silly act of protest, yeah. We do have more, by the way. I just don't have any videos for the rest of it. Moving on to the section I called Epstein's Fury for the Epstein files.
Fury.
But there was a caller on the Majority Report that made a discovery about an Epstein plane. And it was sort of it was about how, for whatever reason, a Jeffrey Epstein had... you could always choose what to name your plane after. I think it was NE, and then you can choose what letters come after that. And Jeffrey Epstein always put JE at the end of all of his planes. But one of the planes had, I think it was GA, different initials at the end of it, but it was owned by him. And I don't remember all the information on it because they took the video down. I didn't even get to watch all of it. Was they, for whatever reason, the plane, for whatever reason that was spent millions of dollars on, they felt the need, after detaining Jeffrey Epstein, to take the plane and destroy it entirely. Millions of dollars.
Why?
There's possibly to cover some shit up.
There could have been a lot. Yeah, because that you would think one of his planes. That's how he got to his island, right? Or at least to the airport.
One of them. So
you would think that they would not want to destroy it because there could be a lot of evidence on it.
And they uploaded a video about that, and then they took it down. For whatever reason.
Did they learn it was false or something? And they didn't
my thing is, they said it was a caller who discovered all this, and they said in the thing that they were going to research it after the show, and I don't think they would upload that as a clip if they researched it and it turns out it wasn't true. But I am leaving that as a possibility. That is possible. Either A, that's the case, or B, YouTube took it down, which would be pretty wild. Anywho, I just wanted to share that. Moving on.
That's pretty cool.
Moving on to Broken System. I should put this one earlier, actually, because this has a bunch of sad shit. But we gotta talk about Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells, summary, hanging out with his friends on an island. They come back without him, saying that he was staying there with some girl or something. Days later, they find his body washed ashore. There were messages on his phone that were deleted, and it took like a week for them to... Yeah, and it took like a week for them to even look into it, because the police just don't want to investigate. They're like, nah.
Why? It's a child missing. That's pretty fucking major, isn't it?
Yes, but the kid is black, living in America, so they don't care.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's not being covered much by, it might be covered by the news now because people are talking about it, but it wasn't being covered by the news. It probably still isn't. And Colin Kaepernick is funding an independent autopsy, which I'm glad he's doing that, but the fact that he has to do that to fund an independent autopsy is insane. It's crazy.
You would why didn't the police?
What would it hurt to do to spend a little money, but do it? Because it's a black kid. I don't know. It's depressing. Those poor fucking parents, dude. That is evil.
Absolutely.
Poor parents and poor kid. God knows what happened to him.
Now that I think about it, Jamal Bowman, when he was on when I told you about the book he teased on the Majority Report earlier, that he's going to release.
Yeah.
He mentioned this case. How this is like the worst nightmare for any parent, especially black parents, because shit like that happens all the time. They just don't investigate it. They don't care. So they're much less likely to actually show up living again.
Also, I want to put it out there that Sam insists that the time that she had that she picked to start the podcast is just because it's quote unquote good business time, but I swear to God it's so she can watch the Majority Report. What do you say?
No.
That's what it is, isn't it? I know it.
I plead the fifth.
You just want to watch the Majority Report. While I'm over here setting up all the videos for us to watch, you're just finishing the Majority Report.
You don't understand, bro. It's important news. I need to know these things.
I could also I'll watch clips of the Majority Report while I'm getting this stuff together. Yeah. The Majority Report or Hassan or something.
Also helping you bringing stuff together.
No, you do. I don't care. Even if that was your reasoning, I wouldn't care at all. I just find it funny. I'm just being goofy.
But
you
got me, bro. You caught me, bro.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's what
I'm not even gonna lie anymore. You caught me. I was admittedly. I showered, and after I showered, I watched the Majority Report for a bit.
I listen to the Majority Report in the shower. I put my phone up there and just turn it up.
That's a great idea. I don't think I can do that because my family is like super.
Oh, I know. I do it anyway because I have to hear my stepdad playing Ben Shapiro in the shower every morning. So I'm like, you know
what? That's fair.
He gets to do it. I get to do it.
That's fair. I respect that.
But anyway, moving on. One last story. It's actually going to show the video of this, but watching the video made me so sad that I couldn't keep watching. And I don't want to play it. It just made me too. But there was a trans person. I should have got more. Let me pull up more information. There was a trans person who was some officer, some campus officer was misgendered the student, and the student didn't react how I would advise you react. I feel like I can say that as a trans person. When cis people go, that's not how you should react, I usually tell them, shut the fuck up, you don't know what it feels like to be misgendered. But as a trans person, I can say, you shouldn't, I don't think you should yell at somebody. Not because I hate the argument of, they'll use it as ammo. They're going to use anything as ammo. I don't give a shit what conservatives think of us, to be honest with you. But
that's fair. It's just a nicer thing to do. It's more likely to come out with a good outcome.
Well, the officer was being disrespectful and just saying.
Oh shit! Okay.
But I still think you should just walk away because it's not going to go anywhere. And the officer did end up pepper spraying the student and then arresting the student. And the student was like, back away, I didn't do anything. And the officer was like, yes, you did. You were trying to assault me. When the student wasn't trying to assault, the student was just yelling.
Of course.
And yeah, I don't.
That's why you have, it sucks you have to, but most of the times when you're messing with law enforcement, even if they're assholes, you have to walk away, otherwise they're just going to arrest your ass.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to fight back. Respect for that person for trying to. Absolutely.
Right. Anywho, that is the news for today, for this week, I should say.
Well, maybe ending on a sad note, but keep in mind, people.
I'll push the good guys to the end so we can move on, end on a happy note from now on.
Yeah, because I feel like that would help out people.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Hey, guys, remember the AI slop from earlier? That shit was funny.
That was really funny, right?
I'll push the AI slop to the end as well. Because AI slop is kind of funny.
I think it would be pretty funny if you use that, the first thing that we were looking at for like a few minutes when we were talking about depressing news of that AI shit.
Do you want me to use that as a thumbnail?
Yeah, use that as the fucking thumbnail.
That's a good idea. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. If you stuck around this long, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
The longer you watch, the longer we're going to keep the show going.
Indeed.
And I hope one day we can be older than the Confederacy.
Yes.
We hope that you people will help us with that goal along. That's our first milestone goal. Not 100, not 50. Be longer than the Confederacy.
We're getting there one episode at a time. One episode at a time.
At a time, bro.
But
step after the other.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. We will see y'all in the next episode, in the next Malarkey, a week from now. Good.
You can't see me. The people that are listening, I'm waving bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Good time.
Are we racist?